Help keep our community safe and healthy during National Prescription Drug Takeback Day, October 26th. Find a collection site near you at deatakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent drug misuse before it starts.
Don Jr. here, guys. Are you receiving letters from the IRS claiming you owe back taxes? As penalties and interest fees pile up, the IRS gives you no clear path to resolution. Don't speak to them on your own. They are not your friends. To reach a team of licensed tax professionals that can help you reduce, settle, and resolve your tax matters, go to tnusa.com and check them out.
Solve your tax problems today. Call 1-800-780-8888 or visit tnusa.com. That's 1-800-780-8888.
Preparation is key, my friends. And guys, we know if we're getting ready for work, you have a coffee, you're getting ready for dinner with your in-laws, maybe you kick it up a notch. If you're getting ready for the bedroom, BlueChew is what you bring with you. It's a performance enhancement for the bedroom that you absolutely deserve to try out. This is going to give you that extra boost, that extra confidence when it's time to perform. And BlueChew is a unique online service that has the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, but it's chewable, and it's a fraction of the cost. This all goes down online, by the way. You don't have to visit the doctor's office. No awkward conversations, no waiting in line or anything. Right to your front door, nice and discreet, just like you want it to be. Try BlueChew free when you use the promo code, which is TNJ. All you have to pay is $5 shipping. That's it, and you get to try this out. Go on an adventure, friends. That's BlueChew.com. Use the promo code TNJ for your first month free at BlueChew.com.
All 2024s must go. It's the model year-end event at Sutherland Nissan Orlando. New 2024 Nissans from $18,900. Make no payments till 2025 and 0% interest at Sutherland Nissan Orlando, home of the lifetime warranty. VIN number RL897631. MSRP 20050. VIN number 5104975 plus tax and fees and approved credit.
Moments like making my kids my famous meatballs mean a lot to me. But after being diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer, or MBC, which is breast cancer that has spread to other parts of the body, they mean even more. I take Ibrance, palbociclib.
Ibrance 125 milligram tablets with an aromatase inhibitor is for adults with HR-positive, HER2-negative MBC as the first hormonal-based therapy. Ask your doctor about Ibrance and visit Ibrance.com. Ibrance may cause low white blood cell counts that may lead to serious infections. Ibrance may cause severe inflammation of the lungs. Both of these can lead to death. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including trouble breathing, shortness of breath, cough, or chest pain. Before taking Ibrance, tell your doctor if you have fever, chills, or other signs of infection, liver or kidney problems, are or plan to become pregnant, or are breastfeeding. Common side effects include low red blood cell and low platelet counts, infections, tiredness, nausea, sore mouth, abnormalities in liver blood tests, diarrhea, hair thinning or loss, vomiting, rash, and loss of appetite.
This is trial attorney Jeff Kaufman for the injury law firm of Kaufman & Lind. I get a lot of feedback concerning the commercials I do on autism awareness. I don't do this to make my son famous or to make people feel sad for me. It's to spread awareness. For parents out there who are in my situation, please don't think your duties end when you end. These children are going to live a lot longer than we are. Be prepared. Contact us at oneunits.com or dial 407-500-JEFF. That's 407-500-5333. Offices, Orlando.
Mommy, want to play a game with me and Dad?
Mommy's not feeling good.
You need to vaporize that cold.
Vaporize?
Yeah, with DayQuil VapoCool. It's DayQuil plus a rush of Vicks vapors.
Whoa.
Come on, honey. Let's let Mommy rest.
You guys are amazing. And so is DayQuil VapoCool.
DayQuil VapoCool, the vaporizing daytime coughing, aching, fever, power through your day medicine. And to vaporize sore throat pain, try Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Think orange for your next vehicle. OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman & Lind Studios. Why Kaufman & Lind? Because clients and character matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, deposit, DEPOSIT, deposit. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The News Junkie is is on. The three best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The news junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Friday, October 25th, 2024. Lots to get to today. From Trump versus Joe Rogan to a principal gets in trouble for a beer bong. And the Menendez brothers are very close to freedom. Plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Hello.
Hello, C-Lane.
What's happening?
And hello to you. You can join us on the show. All you have to do is send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch today. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right into the studio in real time. And this never, ever, ever happens, friends.
Well, what happened?
We got a last-minute message, everybody. Let's take a look. Let me dust this off and just double-check.
Always so dusty.
A last-minute message from AI Alpha Gigabrad. Let's see what he says.
Have a great Friday, you mother.
We did it, everybody! Through a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday has arrived. Pat yourself on the back. You done did good. How's everybody doing on a Friday?
Pretty good. I'd say pretty good, too.
How'd yesterday go? You had the old shot in the back?
Yep, I got the epidural to C5 through 7 or something like
hurt?
that. It did, but it was also just an emotionally or mentally interesting experience as well.
Yeah.
It was, as far as the giant needle that went into my back, I did not feel very much because they did the numbing stuff.
Oh, nice. Okay, I see.
But it was very strange. After all these years of watching Grey's Anatomy, I'm still not prepared to be in an actual surgical room.
Yeah.
Wow. And all this time you've said you're basically a doctor.
I know, but from the outside. Because they presented me to the doctor. They're like, this is
What do you
Sabrina.
mean presented you? Like on a pedestal?
Yeah, like I got rolled in, and it's the surgery room. They do other surgeries there. I had to lay down. And then there's 3 other people. And then my orthopedic surgeon. And they're like, all right, let's start the blah, blah, blah. And one nurse is like, this is Sabrina Ambra, birthday April 25th, 1990. And today we're going to be doing, and then someone else shouts something else. And then they start doing medical terms. And I'm like,
man,
whoa.
It's like a team.
It really was. And, but I got in my head and had a mini panic attack.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, they gave me Valium, and I should have taken 2 of them, turns out. But everything went okay. I felt like crap all day yesterday. But I, for the first time in a month and a half, had a full night of sleep with no
Oh, really?
pain. Oh, my God.
That's
it
good.
was lovely.
So how do you feel this morning? Like you can cartwheel or?
No. And I can't. They're like, please avoid the gym for the next week or so.
Did
I'm
you act like it was a really big deal for you?
Well, I guess. If I really have to.
Fine.
But yeah, feeling good. And in the next 2 weeks, I should know if it worked. If it didn't, then back to the drawing board.
Well, fingers crossed. Hopefully all goes well there.
Thanks for all the well wishes to everyone on the internets. I appreciate it.
Let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. Opening clip time, and we go to another town hall. It's been a lot of these town halls, whether you like it or not. We are 10 days away from an election, so town halls is what we do. And JD Vance was doing a town hall when they got somebody on the line to ask a question. Let's listen in.
Senator, you're going to want to sit down for this one.
Oh, no.
Not unlike Beetlejuice. If you invoke the former president's names too many times in a row, he's going to want to weigh in on what is being said about him. And we have a call right now from former President Donald John Trump. He wants to weigh in. Mr. President, I know there's a little bit of a delay. Can you hear us? And what is your question for the senator?
Well, I can hear you, Chris, and I do have a question, and I think it'll be quite an interesting one. The answer should be easy. How brilliant is Donald J. Trump?
Oh, my God.
I like
it. He calls it to his own town hall. Just a question. Like to work in.
No compliments to my what would be vice president. Just to fluff me up, JD.
The balls.
He said, listen, I was watching JD Vance on the television, and frankly, a little bland. Thought it might need a little bit of zhuzh. So I called in and then I frankly saved the day. Some people are saying saved the day.
I have to tell you, wouldn't it have been fantastic if they were like, Frank Johnson from Roanoke, Virginia is on the line. He's like, yeah, Frank here. He pretends to be somebody else. You go, how brilliant am I? Please let me know. He calls into JD Vance's town hall. That's a good time. All right. So we are, yes, just 10 days from an election, whether you like it or not. Here we are. And I'm watching how everybody is doing going into the home stretch here, which is kind of interesting to see because you got Trump going on Rogan today. Now, I don't know if they'll go live with that. If they do, maybe we'll tap in a little bit and see what's going on with the interview and see how it's going. But Trump's going on Joe Rogan to get to his audience of mostly men. Younger men in particular have been swinging to the right. They don't feel like what they're getting from Democrats represents them. They don't feel like they're being spoken to in the right way, and they don't agree with what's happening over there, a lot of them. So they're headed over, or they're in the middle. They're like, shoulder shrug, don't know who I'm going to pick right now. So that seems to make sense to me that Trump would decide right before the election to go on Joe Rogan. Kamala Harris is taking a different tact. She's doing
hot ones.
What amounts to concerts to me. That would be good if she did hot ones, actually. I think that would be a really smart move if she did hot ones right now. But they're not doing that. They're doing concerts. They had Bruce Springsteen play just the other night. I don't know if it was last night or the night before. And now they're going to have Beyonce.
Before that.
They had Eminem before that. And they're throwing all these events where there's these huge stars, undoubtedly, but it's like a concert. And I don't know if that moves the needle for you as much. I don't know which one of those. I think the Joe Rogan thing will be more effective because it's about you. You're talking, you're getting asked questions. Could it backfire? Yes, absolutely. But it seems smarter than a concert with a bunch of celebrities. I just don't know that right now in this moment, there's a lot of people that would go, well, I didn't know who I was going to vote for, but Eminem has changed my mind.
Yeah.
I don't think that you're going to find a lot of people that are swayed by that.
But do you think being on Joe Rogan's podcast is going to sway people?
Yes. I think or make people not agree with you. I think people hearing you in a long form show answer questions will give them a better sense of where your head's at.
As opposed to just hearing Bruce Springsteen sing.
Yeah, and having Bruce Springsteen say, this is the most important election of our lifetime, vote for Kamala Harris. And
wow, I was like, Bruce Springsteen was in the room.
I know, I got it nailed. I've got it really honed in right now. I think it's more effective to speak or can be worse for you. I think Kamala Harris's town hall on CNN was not so good. I think that the other day with Anderson Cooper didn't really work out for her. But it could if you sit down and you just be a human being and speak like a human being and tell people how you feel. So concerts versus interviews are two very different strategies. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about everything going to the home stretch? And most importantly, are you just totally and completely over it?
Yeah, that's a question I can answer immediately. 1,000% totally over it.
Would everybody line up to get the shot that Sabrina got in her spine in the side of your brain to go unconscious for 2 weeks and then wake up after this is all over?
I'm not over the Trump versus Harris campaign. I'm not over that. That has not tired me out, worn me out mentally. It's going to happen 10 more days, and then we all vote, and then we figure out, who's it going to be, and like you said, probably it goes one way or it goes the other. The world is not, the country is not going to come crumbling down. What I am just really done with is the back-to-back abortion ads.
Yes.
It's pretty. So do you watch on Sling?
I watch on YouTube TV.
Okay, so I imagine that it's probably the same commercials, but it's
mostly.
I don't see any other, I don't see car dealership. I think I see one lawyer ad. It is just political, and it's the same ones over and over. And they play them back to back as far as the yes on something and no on something, yes on something, no on something, to the point where it's like, you would turn people off. I think at this point, if you're watching that many back to back to back, we get it. So what is the next move? What other information can you give us? Or you really just paid for this to be repeated 50,000 times a day?
They did. Yes, they did. But for me, I'm having a little bit of a different experience because of the way I take in content. I don't get a lot of commercials.
No.
I don't get commercials with the on-demand stuff that I watch, and I don't get commercials with YouTube if I'm watching that. But I do get a lot of the text messages from both parties.
See, that also like doesn't bother me as much because it just
the text messages.
Yeah, they go into the. I get more text messages and they just get pushed down the list. And then
funniest ones, it's like I got one that was like, "Hey, it's me, Kamala Harris," and then I open it up. And iPhone's like, do you want to update the contact? Add this new contact?
Put her face on there?
The future president.
Maybe Kamala Harris?
Oh, my gosh.
Big name to have in your phone, actually.
I will have to tell you guys later on because I want to try to edit the video. But we talked earlier this week about the story of someone catching teenagers steal political signs using an AirTag.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I had the opposite done to me while I was out.
You had somebody put a political sign in your yard?
Yeah.
No way.
I walked out of my house and there was a brand new sign on my yard, like put not by my door for me to place, but already in my front yard.
Really?
And I found somewhat grainy footage. I thought it was going to be one neighbor. It's now a complete mystery person. And
what was the sign for? Who was it for?
You want me to tell you a story now? Because I want to be able to show the video, but I have to blur the person out.
Yeah, wait for that because it'd be cooler to have the evidence along with it. Yeah, but that's
Isn't
a
that
violation,
interesting, right?
Yeah. Number one, I'll be the guy. Get off my yard. Get off my lawn. Don't come onto my lawn. And number two, don't put political signs up in your own yard. Get the hell out of mine with your political messages.
Interesting. Yeah.
I wouldn't care who it was for. I'd honestly vote for the other person just out of spite. Because that's really, really, truly obnoxious. Okay, we'll hear that story as we roll on today. And we got the big news that went across yesterday at the press conference over in California. Los Angeles District Attorney Gascon was out talking about the Menendez brothers. I swear to God.
No one attorney's like Gascon. That's all I got.
Different. Gascon over there is singing a different tune. He's saying that the Menendez brothers should be released. They should be set free. They've done enough time. It looks like there's a path here for these two brothers to get out. And then I can't even imagine what the media blitz would be like afterwards. Let's tune in.
We're going to recommend to the court that the life without the possibility of parole be removed and that they will be sentenced for murder, which, because there are two murders involved, that will be 50 years to life. However, because of their age, under the law, since they were under 26 years of age at the time that these crimes occurred, they will be eligible for parole immediately.
Immediately eligible for parole. Immediately eligible for parole if they get this pushed through. And the craziest thing in the world to me is that this is arguably because of a Netflix series that didn't even make them look good.
Right.
That wasn't even trying to
that they
validate
didn't even
them.
like. No, reportedly. I don't know if they got to watch it. The crazy part to me is they got saved by a Netflix series, and at some point they had to be like, hey, what's a Netflix? Because when they went into prison, Netflix did not even the mailing Netflix existed.
No, it was the 90s, right?
Yeah.
I think when that trial went down.
Early 90s.
Yeah, the internet was barely a blip at that time. And now the world has changed. And the thing that they seem to have hated, this series that they seem to have hated, reignited the conversation around them and has led now to potentially them being freed because of a bunch of people speaking out.
I mean, I know that you learn about stuff on the outside when you're in prison, but could you imagine the mind F of getting out of prison, having gone in the early 90s, early to mid 90s, and then they're like, all right, you're going to need to get a phone. Here's what phones do these days.
Yeah, check this out.
It's a little box with a camera and a screen, and you can watch TV on it. You can watch your Netflix series right on the on the phone.
Would you think that there's 100% chance that Lyle and Eric Menendez have never held an iPhone?
I don't know about 100%.
I mean, if they did, it smells like poo-poo.
Is somebody... Well, I mean, we know they get phones in prison, obviously. We know that we've seen people live streaming and stuff. But I doubt it's super common. Like, there's a chance that they've never messed with one of these smartphones before. All right, go back to what you were saying.
That was about it. I mean, it was like they have to now. Every car they're going to see looks vastly different from the cars did in the 90s, and some of them don't even have friggin' drivers. They're just,
that would rock their world.
Have you picked them up in a Waymo? It's just I think it would be, and it would be hard and tedious to even put yourself in a situation to experience the mind F, other than like traveling through time. This is basically a very long, drawn-out way of doing this, of like experiencing the world when you left it in the mid-'90s.
That's crazy. It's like a time capsule they're escaping from. MFQ says culture shock. Void on Twitch says, I'm pretty sure they have knowledge of the outside world when they've been in prison. They didn't get sent back in time. No, of course, you have knowledge of the outside world, but it's like being able to hear about a thing but not being able to touch it. They might hear that there's cars driving themselves around.
Like for me, women, for years and years and years.
You just hear about that elusive woman out there somewhere, and you don't actually get any experience with them for quite some time. Angel on YouTube says, this sets a terrible precedence. I think it's kind of wild. Honestly, we're freeing murderers. We're going backwards with our justice system on just a cursory glance here. Kim Kardashian Instagrams, because somehow she's at the center of this. The Menendez brothers were granted a second chance at life and will wake up tomorrow finally eligible for a parole hearing. They could be released in as early as 6 months. Thank you, George Gascon, who is more known for letting people, I'm saying this, not her, is more known for letting people out of prison than putting them in prison in California. Back to her. Thank you, George Gascon, for revisiting the Menendez brothers' case and righting a significant wrong. Your commitment to truth and fairness is commendable. To the brothers' family, friends, and millions who have been vocal supporters, your voices were heard. The media's focus, especially on the heels of Ryan Murphy's TV show, helped expose the abuse and injustices in their case. This is like from another world, dude. Like, I'm not saying things didn't happen to the Menendez brothers. They very well might have, but they murdered their parents in cold blood, and when they didn't have enough bullets, went out into their car, reloaded, and put some more in them. It was gruesome what they did. And their mother... it was just part of this, just deserving the same outcome as the father if he did do this. This is from a vacuum world that Kim Kardashian is typing this. Society's understanding of child abuse has evolved, and social media empowers us to question the systems in place. This case highlights the importance of challenging decisions and seeking truth, even when guilt is not in question. I believe the justice system's ability to evolve is real, and I'm grateful for a society where we could challenge decisions and seek justice, never stop questioning. She says, okay, so I don't know. Honestly, I don't know if it's the right thing to do, but I'm excited for it because that would be media mayhem if you let out the Menendez brothers.
Now,
they're going to do interviews and everything.
Of course they'll do interviews, but then they will absolutely do some sort of reality TV show, right?
I think so. I would watch it, too. I wouldn't want to watch it, but...
Do they still have money?
That's the question somebody was asking in chat. I don't know where the millions went. I don't know. I don't know if it went into defending them. I don't know. Maybe we could Google that. Where did the Menendez family money go and see where that all ended up? Because they had a lot. The reason why they killed their parents, according to the prosecution, was so that they could get that money. And then they spent a bunch of it very quickly after the murders, but they didn't run through all of that cash.
Do we know, I feel like I've asked this before, but do we know if the Menendez extended family is in support of the brothers being released? Are they?
Some of them are.
I mean, because they killed their loved ones.
I know. Yeah, but some of them believe them and some of them support them. They're at that press conference that happened earlier in the week. Just a crazy, huge, explosive social phenomenon that we're seeing playing out in real time here, and I'd love to hear what you think about it. Maybe you support this. Let us know. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch today.
Do we think that Ryan Murphy should probably rethink who he does the next season about?
I think he's probably juiced with it. He's like, what other story could we completely twist around?
Yeah, is anybody going to free? Who was the first one about? It was about
Dahmer.
No, Dahmer. Yeah. Did you want an OJ too?
Oh, he did American Crime Story. That was OJ.
OJ's dead. Dahmer's dead, I think, right?
Yeah, he got murdered in prison.
So, yeah, if the next person that he does a series about is alive, very, very good chance they might get a pathway right out of that prison and right around those bars. Okay, you can join us on the show today with your dispatches. Go to thenewsjunkie.com for that. You could also gift subscriptions with the new features on the websites to secret shows. You can see where to do that.
Has anybody gifted any today?
There is some. I've got some in the pile here that I'll acknowledge in a bit. And I want to talk about what's happening, which could benefit you if you want to risk it. This is going to be a risky one. What's happening with Redbox as it gets ready for RIP? That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Got an iPhone? Sweet. Just tell Siri to play Real Radio 104.1.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Authorities are clearing up an accident where Silver Star Road meets Good Homes Road. There's slowdowns on the off-ramp from the Greenway southbound to Colonial Drive. Traffic is slowing down on I-4 in the Champions Gate area. Expect delays on I-4 eastbound between Osceola Parkway and after State Road 535. No major problems on Florida's Turnpike at the moment. Traffic is up to speed on the beach line. But if you do see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Direct Auto. Direct Auto Insurance is for uncompromisers. With a super low down payment, you can stop compromising and keep driving. Get a free quote at directauto.com. Down payments vary, does not mean savings. How you buy can affect price. National General Group, Winston-Salem.
Sunnyside Plumbing.
Yes, I've got a leaking...
To leave us a testimonial saying how happy you are with our service, press 1.
But you haven't even...
For all other inquiries, please hang up.
Wait, what?
Hang up and call Frank Gay. We're busy watching the game.
You know what? I think I will.
When you have a leak, you need solutions on your schedule. A helpful expert who can find the problem and fix it fast.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
What's the best place to reach new customers for your business? Wherever they are. And that's exactly where you can be with iHeartMedia. We talk to our listeners everywhere, from the car to the gym to the kitchen. Your next customer is listening. And not only can we get your message to your audience, we can also show you how it's working in real time. That goes for broad brand messaging and targeted hyperlocal influencer campaigns alike. Start growing your business today. Dial pound 250 and say great results. That's pound 250, say great results.
For over 40 years, Solar Source has stood by Orlando and Tampa. We've weathered storms together. Our emergency service department is here, ready to help you rebuild. Call 1-800-329-1301 or visit solarsource.com. Explore battery backup systems to protect your family. Don't wait. Call Solar Source at 1-800-329-1301 or visit solarsource.com. Solar Source, we're with you every step of the way.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free info kit. Call 800-522-5700. 800-522-5700.
With Cybersecurity Awareness Month winding down, LifeLock wants to remind you to update your software. These updates are used to patch up security issues that identity thieves can exploit to gain access to your personal info. But for comprehensive identity theft protection, there's LifeLock. LifeLock alerts you to more uses of your personal info and fixes identity theft issues that arise. Start your 30-day free trial at LifeLock.com. Use my name as your promo code, Clay.
Mommy, want to play a game with me and Dad?
Mommy's not feeling good.
You need to vaporize that cold.
Vaporize?
Yeah, with DayQuil VapoCool. It's DayQuil plus a rush of Vicks vapors.
Whoa.
Come on, honey. Let's let Mommy rest.
You guys are amazing. And so is DayQuil VapoCool.
DayQuil VapoCool, the vaporizing daytime coughing, aching, fever, power through your day medicine. And to vaporize sore throat pain, try Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Don Jr. here, guys. Are you receiving letters from the IRS claiming you owe back taxes? As penalties and interest fees pile up, the IRS gives you no clear path to resolution. Don't speak to them on your own. They are not your friends. To reach a team of licensed tax professionals that can help you reduce, settle, and resolve your tax matters, go to tnusa.com and check them out.
Solve your tax problems today. Call 1-800-780-8888 or visit tnusa.com. That's 1-800-780-8888.
Sometimes where a crime took place leads you to answer why the crime happened in the first place. Hi, I'm Sloan Glass, host of the new true crime podcast, American Homicide. In this series, we'll examine some of the country's most infamous and mysterious murders and learn how the location of the crime becomes a character in the story. Listen to American Homicide on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search American Homicide and start listening.
Mornings. Nope, not my thing. But when I imagine a McDonald's breakfast in my hand, suddenly the snooze button is out of the picture. Now for a limited time, the 2 for $5 mix and match breakfast deal includes the sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles, egg McMuffin, or the sausage McMuffin with egg. It's like a fist bump for breakfast that says, you've got this. It's time to gear up and seize the day. The breakfast hype is real. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Limited time only. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Single item at regular price.
What's better than air conditioning? A portable air conditioner you can take anywhere. Enter McDonald's. Their drinks always cool me down, so I call them Air Cup Ditioners. Air Cup Ditioners come in all my favorites, like classic Coke, Sprite, Fanta, and of course, Southern Style Sweet Tea. And they're incredibly cost-effective. Any size is just $1.59 all day. Air drinks. And they're drinks from McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Coca-Cola, Fanta, and Sprite are registered trademarks of the Coca-Cola Company.
Help keep our community safe and healthy during National Prescription Drug Takeback Day, October 26th. Find a collection site near you at deatakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent drug misuse before it starts.
I'm Julian Edelman.
I'm Rob Gronkowski.
Welcome to Dudes on Dudes. We're going to highlight players, and we're just going to sit here and talk about them. And we'll get into the types of dudes. Is Randy Moss a stud or a freak? Is Tom Brady a dog or a dude's dude?
We're going to find out, Jules. New episodes drop every Thursday during the NFL season.
Listen to Dudes on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Dudes on Dudes to start listening.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, deposit, DEPOSIT, deposit. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
High diving face first into the world's most viral newsroom.
Learn more about the show. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Thenewsjunkie.com. You go there right now, and you can send us what we call a dispatch to join us on the show. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com. Dr. Jim emails the show. It says, Mr. Wasson, thank you for your comments on a presidential choice. I was impressed that you spoke genuinely about your presidential choice today. I understood you felt differently at times, but you sounded sincere, and I like that. It's so refreshing to hear a news commentator deliver unscripted comments. Well, I have news for you, Jim. We have no script at all always around here.
That's right, Sean. Thank you so much for saying that.
It would be so awkward if they gave us a script every day to do the show.
It would be for this show in particular. But then there are some days where I'm like, it would be such a breeze if we did have a teleprompter and just those 2 minutes of banter.
Yeah, the thing is, though, if you were horrified by the things on the teleprompter, you would be able to read it in your face. Wait, what am I saying right now? I'll be honest and let you know I was about to give up listening for a number of reasons, mostly because I'm exhausted with this term's news and the run-up to the White House. However, you've kept me stable with your thoughts that the U.S. will survive either candidate, and As important, your honesty and intelligence is on display. Keep up the good work. I will continue to be a loyal listener. Dr. Jim, thank you, Jim, for the kind words. I really could use them on a day like today.
What's wrong?
No. It's just I'm ready. I'm ready for a break here. I'm ready for a break. We're not going to get one. I can't get away from the text messages, from the campaigns. I know C-Lane says it doesn't bother him when anybody texts him, but I got one this morning. I think it was from the Kamala Harris campaign, and it's about, like, the grocery store stuff. And have you noticed the price of groceries going up in your area? But so some group called Building America, they just text everybody. They got everybody's number. And can I just say something real quick? I think this is a fundamentally true thing that nobody seems to be talking about. All of this crap has rendered our telephones pretty much useless.
Yeah.
We don't call each other anymore because all the phone calls that come in are garbage from some solicitor or somewhere. It's spam after spam, after spam on your phone.
But it's not even the calls anymore. That I was like very annoyed by. And then you get this routine of just like denying the call.
Mm-hmm.
And then you look at your phone, you have 33 unread text messages from robots.
Yeah.
And you could stop and or delete and report junk, and it doesn't matter because there's another one that's going to be right behind it.
You know what's so weird? I get so much of that I never answer a phone call unless I look down and see it's somebody I know, but I never answer any other phone call that's not in my contacts, and I don't have a ton of people in my contacts. And also, I don't even look at my voicemails. I don't even go over to my voicemails with the transcripts and stuff. I just know it's a bunch of junk. They've rendered our phones useless bricks that are just internet machines now. We don't talk to each other. You guys get on the phone. I know C-Lane does sometimes. He'll talk on the phone while he's driving and
sometimes
go on a journey and chat with somebody. But I just don't even use it that way anymore because of all this crap. And now the text messages rolling in one after another. It's kind of a lot.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's getting you too. Let us know what you think.
We
Go
have
over to newsjunkie.com. Send us a dispatch right now. Go ahead, C-Lane.
We have a bit at our house that's very not unique, but anytime a spam risk calls in, it's like, oh, it's my side piece. I'll get with her later. Just I keep her as spam risk so that you think it's a spam risk, but really I'm having sex with this person.
Hey, you know what? I think there's a problem underneath the joke that you just laid out there. There's a problem because you sometimes now will get spam texts from some woman and she'll send a picture of herself.
She's like, hi.
Yeah, hi, sweetie. It's been a long time since we talked. And now your significant other glances over at your phone and goes, who the hell is that? And you go, I don't know.
From State Farm?
It's a spam text. I don't know what. And they go, a spam text with a photograph. This person says they know you. I bet it's caused divorces. I bet at least one person.
There were other problems. That can't be the sole reason for a divorce. You had issues before.
Straw that broke the camel's back, you think?
Maybe. They call it a camel.
That's the one that does the end. It's hard to explain. It was like that one time where there was a AI thing that you could text, and we talked about it on the show. And so I was texting back and forth with the AI, just testing it out. And it sent a photograph and all kinds of stuff. And then Courtney sees this long list of text messages and goes, who are you talking to? And I go, it's Stacy, but it's not what you think. It's AI called Stacy. And she's, what?
The fact that you continue the conversation is very interesting.
I did. I was so bad at explaining myself, and it just made it sound worse and worse.
I went way too long on one of them and then had to just give up because it's like, I know that eventually they're going to try and part me with my money, but they're going longer than I care to go on this.
Mm-hmm.
And either it's one of two things. If this is an actual woman I'm talking to, then I probably should not be talking to her. And if it's a dude acting like a woman, now I'm just flirting with a man to try and find the end game.
Ally.
And I was tired of it.
Just two random dudes from opposite sides of the globe texting back and forth in some pretend game with each other.
Get to the point where you try and get me to unload my bank account on you.
It's nonstop. When it's not the politicians during election season, it's the scammers. It's the people saying, USPS, tell me what your Social Security number is to confirm delivery of your package. It's always something like that.
Yes, Sabrina, I call it my bank account because it's also not that big.
Redbox. You guys know what Redbox is, right?
That's what I call my vagina. Once a month.
Some question. All right. Redbox. Redbox, if you don't know what it is.
Keep doing this story?
It's kind of sidelined.
The challenge is whatever story you say, Celine and I related to our genitals.
Well, Redbox is now RIP. They're basically going out of business, and some of their machines are still there. And people are saying there's a hack right now. It's been going viral on social media. They've been passing this around on TikTok, Facebook, on that one,
Instagram,
this one,
Twitter, y'all see
all the ones. And what they say is if you go up to the Redbox machines that still exist and you pick whatever you want, it will dispense you the DVDs and then never charge you for them. Because the company's out of business, basically, and they just haven't picked up all of their machines, like vending machines. Now, I would not recommend doing this because it's possible that you get something and then they don't charge you for a while, but then they charge you eventually.
I mean, it's an interesting way to liquidate.
Yeah, just leave it out there. Just
Why not?
Put the machine out, and you got to do something with those DVDs. They got millions and millions of them, I would imagine. And so they're suggesting that you can go out to these Redbox machines. You put one out, you get whatever DVD you want. Not that I want a DVD. I don't really have much use for one anymore. But they're on social media suggesting that people are just grabbing these, and they are FREE. Have you had any experience with this? Are you a Redbox person? Let us know. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now.
They're also saying that you can, hack them to reveal customers' names, emails, and payment details.
Okay.
That's not good. I don't want that happening.
They need to start picking these things up. Long story short.
What a sloppy mess of a bankruptcy. That's not good. Okay, super mega ultra shout out to DJ Rage for the 3 gifted subs over at thenewsjunkie.com. Love you. Appreciate you, DJ Rage. You can claim those if you want to grab them over on the website right now at thenewsjunkie.com. Trump has a new slur he's been dropping. This is brand new from Trump's mouth, and he even acknowledged so when he said this. We'll see what this is.
This is my new slur. It's a brilliant slur, they're saying.
Plus, a man in Florida. Oh, this could be right from the pages of This Week in Florida. Maybe I'll tap the brakes here and see if it matches up. Potentially, a Rockledge man will be popping into
I have the
show.
Rockledge story.
Do you?
About the man who lives in Rockledge.
That's it.
Obviously.
You're halfway there.
All right.
We'll see. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
This weekend, Real Radio 104.1 smells like the 90s. Classic alternative this weekend on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Cool Today Weather Center, cooltoday.com.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast. And for the rest of today, this Friday, we'll have bright sunshine, high temperatures reaching 85 degrees. Overnight, we'll cool down to 65. There could be some areas of patchy fog. Otherwise, our Saturday featuring more sunshine and more of the same, high temperatures in the mid-80s. Looks like next week, a breeze will kick up off the Atlantic, sparking a few showers for Tuesday, Wednesday, and for Halloween. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by Norton 360.
Outsmart cyber criminals this October with Norton 360. For Cybersecurity Awareness Month, Norton 360 offers a software updater feature to reduce vulnerabilities. Get comprehensive protection and up to 58% off your first year at norton.com/secure.
Guys, I got to tell you about BlueChew. This is a unique online service that's going to get you the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis. If you've ever wanted to try this, now is the time. In a chewable form and at a fraction of the cost. This is a performance enhancement for the bedroom. Why not give it a try if you've been curious? Because I got a promo code for you that is going to make it free. And this will be an interesting experience and experiment for you and your wife. Try BlueChew free when you use the promo code TNJ at checkout. BlueChew is free for your first month when you use the promo code TNJ at checkout. You pay just $5 for shipping. That is it. It's BlueChew.com, promo code TNJ, and your first month is free at BlueChew.com.
Spend Halloween at Old Town for some spooktacular fun. Grab your little ghoul and goblin for a night of free trick-or-treating along Old Town's Main Street. Stop by one of our many candy stations and pick up a free sugary treat without the trick. Dress up the family for Old Town's costume contest and enjoy entertainment throughout the park. While you're here, explore Old Town with more retail, dining, attractions, and more. Halloween at Old Town is Thursday, October 31st, starting at 5 p.m. For more info, visit myoldtownusa.com.
With Cybersecurity Awareness Month winding down, LifeLock wants to remind you to update your software. These updates are used to patch up security issues that identity thieves can exploit to gain access to your personal info. But for comprehensive identity theft protection, there's LifeLock. LifeLock alerts you to more uses of your personal info and fixes identity theft issues that arise. Start your 30-day free trial at LifeLock.com. Use my name as your promo code, Clay.
Mommy, want to play a game with me and Dad?
Mommy's not feeling good.
You need to vaporize that cold.
Vaporize?
Yeah, with DayQuil VapoCool. It's DayQuil plus a rush of Vicks vapors.
Whoa.
Come on, honey. Let's let Mommy rest.
You guys are amazing. And so is DayQuil VapoCool.
DayQuil VapoCool, the vaporizing daytime coughing, aching, fever, power through your day medicine. And to vaporize sore throat pain, try Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
All 2024s must go. It's the model year end event at Sutherland Nissan Orlando. New 2024 Nissans from $18,900. Make no payments till 2025 and 0% interest at Sutherland Nissan Orlando, home of the lifetime warranty. VIN number RL897631. MSRP $20,050. VIN number 5104975 plus tax and fees and approved credit.
It's always a good time for donuts, so indulge in Shipley Donuts. Fresh-made donuts in delicious flavors from classic glaze to the Oreo cookie top treats, crafted with quality ingredients. Catering and online ordering is available. Visit Shipley Donuts, now open in Orlando on South Cimarron Boulevard.
You've got so many chances to win big on Hard Rock Bet. Even a small bet can bring in that serious cash. All you need is $1 and a dream.
Unbelievable. They've hit the parlay.
Let's go! Big payouts for every kind of player.
Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us.
Get up to $100 back if your first bet doesn't win. Payable and bonus bet up to $100, not a cash offer. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Your Halloween soundtrack starts with Halloween Radio on the free iHeart app.
With your hands on your hips.
Plus custom playlists from every genre and the spookiest podcasts on the planet. Open the free iHeart Radio app. Search Halloween and listen now.
iHeart Radio.
Free never sounded so good.
Hey, can you blow up some balloons for Jack's party?
I can't. I'm so congested.
You need Sinex Saline from Vicks.
Sinex Saline Nasal Spray?
Yeah, just Sinex. Breathe.
Sinex Saline instantly clears everyday congestion associated with colds and year-round allergies with a gentle, ultra-fine mist that's no mess and easy to control.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it.
Enjoy life's important moments without congestion. Try Sinex Saline from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. I started Blindster in 2010 in my garage after I overpaid for new blinds. I researched the industry, hired my mom, and 14 years later, we're one of the largest retailers of custom blinds in the U.S. Don't pay too much for new blinds. Go to Blindster.com.
Real Radio is on Threads at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Send him your tips and your deepest, darkest secrets. Email tips at the...
Send us a video dispatch or an audio dispatch even over at thenewsjunkie.com. That's how you join the show with your opinions. If you're screaming at the radio or if you're clapping along, if you're laughing, if you just want to say, hey, I've been listening to the show for a long time. Here's who I am and here's where I'm listening. That is all fine and well and good. And we'll take it over at thenewsjunkie.com. Trump has a brand new line that he's using about the United States of America. And it's one of those ones where I go, man, the messaging is very interesting here. It's like, I don't know if this is a great sales pitch, but you do you. It seems to be working so far. and he was in Arizona, and he dropped this line. Here he goes.
Right, and we're a dumping ground. We're like a garbage can for the world. That's what's happened. That's what's happened to we're like a garbage can. You know, it's the first time I've ever said that. And every time I come up and talk about what they've done to our country, I get angrier and angrier. First time I've ever said garbage can, but you know what? It's a very accurate description.
So he's even acknowledging that's the first time he's ever said this. What's interesting to me is that I could see the moment in his eyes where he said it. And watch along with me. Ready? Watch when he says it, and then he goes, "Oh, that's a good line.
You're garbage
I should use that
in a garbage country."
Watch, here he goes. Ready?
Right, and we're a dumping ground. We're like a garbage can for the world. That's what's happened.
It's like,
That's what's happened.
all right, I got a new one.
We're like a garbage can.
It's the first time I've ever said this. So, and it's like the juxtaposition SNL clips where they have Kamala Harris's campaign going, America's going to fight through, blah, blah, blah. And then it's like, we're like a garbage can. we're a garbage can.
Smells like doo-doo.
And I would encourage the Trump campaign to maybe throw in some positive stuff over there. You know, I'm still happy to be an American over here. I'm a proud member of this
He throws out
country.
positive things about the America that existed when he was president.
Ah, I see. Okay. Well, we'll see how things
still
go.
Were around. I mean, it's you're a patriot. You're called a patriot, but are you part of the garbage process if you've been a patriot the last 4 years?
Look, I would say that this stuff doesn't work. It's too negative. You shouldn't do it. But I'm wrong because I could see where the polling is. I could see where the momentum is. And I would have told you, actually, I did tell you, I thought after Kamala Harris's debate performance, she was kind of doing well. They were rolling on a tide of good news. They got the friendly press, obviously blowing wind into their sails. All the momentum seemed to be with Kamala Harris, and she seemed to be doing well. And Trump did that Bloomberg interview, which I personally thought was a disaster. I thought he looked bad. I didn't think it was good. Even some Trump supporters were willing to say that. But now I think it's kind of switched over to Trump having the momentum again. And Kamala Harris's town hall was not good. It was not good. She couldn't answer like simple questions. And I think when normal people see that, they go, ugh, damn, maybe I don't like that choice. But I think it moves people a little bit. I think it makes a difference, actually, whether you like it or not. That's just the way I see this all rolling out. But the thing is, even though there's only a little over a week left until the election, it's still possible that all that shifts again. It's still possible that things change before Election Day. That doesn't take into account the fact that we've already had a lot of people cast votes. There's votes that are already in and done for. Even if one of the candidates shot the other, the vote's already in. It's ready to go. Even if Jimmy Carter kicks the bucket, the vote's already in. It's ready to go. Some people have already done this. An update on McDonald's, where things are not going super well because of the E. coli story. The number of E. coli cases linked to McDonald's has risen from 49 to 75. Number is increasing over there. And we talked yesterday about how they're kind of blaming the onions on the burger for this because they think that's the likely culprit, even though the onion people, and I don't mean as if there's a contingent of onion people out there. I mean, Big Onion, the folks who grow the onions that McDonald's buys, they said they did some testing and they did not find any E. coli in their product. But who knows? It's a garbage can of a country anyways. You got E. coli at McDonald's. All going to hell in a handbasket over here. What do you think? Let us know. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and hit record on your first dispatch today. C-Lane, are you doing this story I said for This Week in Florida, or you want to
you have it there. Yeah. You might as well do it.
I figured the subject matter might be as...
I don't know. I almost told you to hold on it because it's kind of a light week, but I can get through not have this story.
Yeah, this is a quick warning. This guy's a terrible human being, the guy who did this.
Warning, crappy human.
You used to have an animal warning, right?
Yeah, I did, but that turns off a lot of people. The animal warnings work too well. It'll be quick, folks, I promise. A man in Rockledge, Florida is in jail after deputies say he killed his dog after Hurricane Milton. Now, wait till you hear why. Wait till you hear the reason this guy is given for doing this. Investigators said John Burgos fired his gun inside his home after his power was knocked out. One of the bullets hit his dog in the belly. The deputies took the dog to a nearby vet where it passed away. They said Burgos was drunk during the shooting and blamed Florida Power and Light for his dog's death. This guy blamed the power company, and he says...
If the lights are on, he wouldn't have shot into the darkness? Was anyone inside his house?
I think he might have been alone with the dog inside the house. But what a monster. He still showed no remorse for what happened. The only thing he said when he was told that his dog was dead was, man, FP&L made me do that, said this absolute psychopath of a human being.
Oh, that makes me so mad.
3 charges, including animal cruelty. I hope he rots in jail. I know he won't, but I hope that he does somehow, some way. All right,
and I hope he gets his power cut off forever.
Yeah. Florida Power and Light should be like, they just hit the button bloop, and just turn off that guy's power. Wonder if they could do that. Could a power company be like, we're not gonna offer our service up to you. Can't go with anybody else.
Here's a place you can buy a generator.
Yep. Yeah, you go off the grid, buddy.
Solar panels.
You want to be a monster dog shooter? You go off the grid.
Let me see here. Let's go.
Honestly, that was
if that was a criminal. Difficult, like they're flickering all the time.
If a power company was tied into the criminal justice system, and some of the crimes that people commit were punishable by losing your access to the power grid, people would follow the laws. There would be more people to follow the laws because nobody wants that. They go, you want to be sitting in the darkness? You want no AC? Is that what you want? You want no video games? Not watching any movies over there with no power, are you? People would fall in line. We'd have law and order again. It'd all be restored if that was a punishment. If the punishment for animal cruelty was never, ever in your life again will you be able to get power from a power company.
You've been blacklisted by everyone.
That's it. And who's going to fight against you? You're going to fight for the animal abusers? Animal abusers should lose their access to the power grid. I'm going down 100% on. And guns, yeah, because this guy's just firing weapons off at his house. Here's Real Jake with a dispatch for us. Here goes nothing.
Hey, it's OG Jake here. One of my first dispatches. So anyway, about the problem with phone calls. I get them constantly. See, I'm like 60 years old, and I'm always getting phone calls left and right for my Medicare coverage, which I don't need. You try to tell these idiots. Nothing.
Really burning his toast.
Well, during the break, I have to tell you guys, Courtney came in, and she goes, I'm upset. I haven't gotten a single one of these political text messages. And I said, you haven't gotten any from
possible?
Either campaign? And she goes, I haven't gotten a single political message. It's like I don't even matter. It's like you're not on their radar. And she wanted to be on the radar, I think. You're not missing out on anything.
Be on the radar. Absolutely do not want to be on the radar.
Zero benefit to getting these political text messages. It's not a good time at all. Here is Sweaty Armpit Guy.
Hey there, news junkies. You guys have given me the bestest, greatest idea ever. In the wake of the Suitcase murder lady getting beat up and using that in her defense, and the Menendez brothers getting messed with and using that as their defense, I think today at lunch I'm going to have a coworker punch me in the face, then I'm going to go rob a bank and use that as my defense.
It's a hack.
I got punched in the face and I needed some money.
I don't think they're going to write a Netflix series about that, though. You got to have more content. It's not going to work, unfortunately.
I don't know. We might be onto something here.
Yeah, it works for the Menendez brothers, at least, or close to it. It's
Ryan
not all
Murphy
the way there.
Will fluff it up to where it needs to be.
You did make a great show. It's like the #1 streaming show on some of the reports that I saw like a couple of days ago. That was #1 with over 1 billion.
I still haven't finished it.
I liked it. I thought it was really well acted. That's the most important thing for me when I was watching. I was like, this is cool.
What I have been binging.
Not what they did, just for the record. Not what they did, but the presentation of it. Go ahead.
Yeah, not cool to kill your parents. Sean Watson, 2024. I caught up on rewatched season 2.
It's weird because that's coming from the only person who doesn't have parents on this.
Oh, man. Brutal time to remind me of this.
Is that something you still need to be reminded
of? No, not necessarily.
Season 3 I'm about to start.
I don't want to make him feel bad, so keep going.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
What?
It just might have been somebody's birthday. Real recently.
Anyways, From's been pretty
That's
crazy.
never backfired on me like that. It's fine. It's fine. You watched the latest season? I'm still
about to
on
start it.
The second one. Is it going down the territory that Lost did, where they don't pay off enough, or has this
I don't know.
the new
I feel
season been
pretty
good?
paid off. Like I'm at the season finale of season 2, and all of this I had forgotten I watched already, but it's good to catch up. And I forgot how gruesome it was. Truly, I find it to be very interesting. And that arrow scene was something else.
Hey, have you run into anybody else who's been talking about this? Because I haven't heard anybody else besides you and me that's watching From and talking about it.
No, and the only reason I knew about it was a friend of mine from college popped up on my TikTok like 2 years ago and was like, no one's talking about From. This show is insane. It's because it's MGM Plus. I also have 4 more days to watch it before I have to, my free trial runs out. So.
I also hate the name.
It was in the top 10, though.
It's great.
So people are watching it at the very least. I just don't hear anybody talking about it. C-Lane hates the name just because it's too simple.
From what?
Quick break.
Heaven?
When we return, we hear from you. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Send us a dispatch right now. We've got to talk about a Hollywood superstar that has said something at an airport that is getting lots of attention. We got your comments, of course.
And my video.
Oh, yeah. No, I've got that ready to go. I wanted to do that at the top of the hour for the most ears on it. So, and actually, it might be a good time for you guys to jump on the stream so you can watch what's happening, because not only does Sabrina have security footage from somebody doing something really messed up to her front yard, but C-Lane also has security footage of something that happened to him.
All right.
Double security footage. I'm the only one not bringing any security footage to the table. I feel bad about that.
You have a couple minutes to go do something crazy.
I'll go out front and no, I don't want to. I'll get arrested. I don't want to get arrested today. That's
All
bad.
right.
But we will get to those. So jump on with the stream over on YouTube or twitch.tv/The News Junkie. That is coming up next on The News Junkie.
Your chance to win tickets to see the Tampa Bay Buccaneers all season long on our Instagram at Real Radio 1041.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Good afternoon. There's a couple accidents to keep an eye out for here where Silver Star Road meets Good Homes Road. There's an accident on US 192 eastbound near US 27. Traffic is slowing down on I-4 approaching State Road 429 there, and there's intersection backups where Vine Street meets John Young Parkway. Keep in mind, if you see police activity on the roadways, move over and slow down. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's Breakfast Burrito. Wendy's Breakfast Burrito is everything you want for breakfast. Fresh cracked eggs, seasoned potatoes, American cheese sauce, bacon or sausage, all rolled up into one warm tortilla. Want the boss of breakfast burritos? Gotta be Wendy's at participating U.S. Wendy's.
If you're looking for a taste of Italy, you don't have to go to Europe. Head to Claremont instead for the Italian Fest. This family fun event will feature food vendors, live music, and arts and crafts. Proceeds benefit the Mustard Seed in Camp Boggy Creek. Saturday, November 2nd from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Claremont Waterfront Park. For more information, go to realradio.fm/events.
Headquarter Hyundai will do whatever it takes to get you into a new Hyundai. Get our lowest price guarantee. Drive home today in a new Hyundai. Payments starting as low as $99 per month. That's right, only $99 a month. Plus, get up to $5,000 more for your trade. Headquarter Hyundai. We'll do whatever it takes. See all our specials online at headquarterhyundai.com. 36-month lease payments starting at $99 with approved credit. Trade allowance calculated on KBB Fair Trade Value. See dealer for details.
This is trial attorney Jeff Kaufman for the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind. 816. That's how many times you hear my voice a month on this station telling you should hire my law firm. Now that seems like a big number, but it doesn't compare to the other 50,000 commercials you hear. So hopefully I'm less irritating than the rest of us. Be well. Contact us at OneUnits.com or dial 407-500-JEFF. That's 407-500-5333. Offices Orlando.
Mornings
Nope, not my thing. But when I imagine a McDonald's breakfast in my hand, suddenly the snooze button is out of the picture. Now for a limited time, the 2 for $5 mix and match breakfast deal includes the sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles, egg McMuffin, or the sausage McMuffin with egg. It's like a fist bump for breakfast that says, you've got this. It's time to gear up and seize the day. The breakfast hype is real. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Limited time only. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Single item at regular price.
What's better than air conditioning? A portable air conditioner you can take anywhere. Enter McDonald's. Their drinks always cool me down, so I call them Air Cup Disheners. Air Cup Disheners come in all my favorites, like classic Coke, Sprite, Fanta, and of course, Southern style sweet tea. And they're incredibly cost effective. Any size is just $1.59 all day. Air drinks. And they're drinks from McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Coca-Cola, Fanta, and Sprite are registered trademarks of the Coca-Cola Company.
With Cybersecurity Awareness Month winding down, LifeLock wants to remind you to update your software. These updates are used to patch up security issues that identity thieves can exploit to gain access to your personal info. But for comprehensive identity theft protection, there's LifeLock. LifeLock alerts you to more uses of your personal info and fixes identity theft issues that arise. Start your 30-day free trial at LifeLock.com. Use my name as your promo code, Clay.
Mommy, want to play a game with me and Dad?
Mommy's not feeling good.
You need to vaporize that cold.
Vaporize?
Yeah, with DayQuil VapoCool. It's DayQuil plus a rush of Vicks vapors.
Whoa.
Come on, honey. Let's let Mommy rest.
You guys are amazing. And so is DayQuil VapoCool.
DayQuil VapoCool, the vaporizing, daytime coughing, aching, fever, power through your day medicine. And to vaporize sore throat pain, try Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Don Jr. here, guys. Are you receiving letters from the IRS claiming you owe back taxes? As penalties and interest fees pile up, the IRS gives you no clear path to resolution. Don't speak to them on your own. They are not your friends. To reach a team of licensed tax professionals that can help you reduce, settle, and resolve your tax matters, go to tnusa.com and check them out.
Solve your tax problems today. Call 1-800-780-8888 or visit tnusa.com. That's 1-800-780-8888.
Do you have information about a violent crime? Help solve crimes with your anonymous tips at crimeline.org. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Your tips make a difference. Say it here. It's anonymous at crimeline.org. Paid by CSTF.
Help DEA keep our community safe and healthy by participating in National Prescription Drug Take-Back Day, Saturday, October 26th. Take action right in your own home by cleaning out your medicine cabinet of unneeded medications. Keep them safe, clean them out, take them back. Find a collection site near you at DEATakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent prescription drug misuse before it starts. That's DEATakeback.com.
Yo, it's Angel from the Monsters. You want a big green egg? For the lowest prices anywhere, you got to go to my friends, Wassie's Meat Market. They will deliver and set up your big green egg so that you are cooking before they leave. Follow Wassie's Meat Market on Instagram or go to wassiesmeatmarket.com for your big green egg today.
Sometimes where a crime took place leads you to answer why the crime happened in the first place. Hi, I'm Sloan Glass, host of the new true crime podcast, American Homicide. In this series, we'll examine some of the country's most infamous and mysterious murders and learn how the location of the crime becomes a character in the story. Listen to American Homicide on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search American Homicide and start listening.
Help DEA keep our community safe and healthy by participating in National Prescription Drug Take-Back Day, Saturday, October 26th. Take action right in your own home by cleaning out your medicine cabinet of unneeded medications. Keep them safe, clean them out, take them back. Find a collection site near you at DEATakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent prescription drug misuse before it starts. That's DEATakeback.com.
As America's largest injury law firm, size is our strength. Morgan & Morgan.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Brought Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Find out at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Credit. C-R-E-D-I-T. Credit. That's credit. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. Good luck.
They're best friends, unless they're fighting. Are they fighting? It's the new...
We're happy to be here with you. You can learn more about the show just by going over to the website. And I'd love to hear from you with the dispatch today, even if you just check in with a video dispatch saying, hey, here's my name. Here's how long I've been listening to the show. Super duper mega shout outs to Ardennis223. Yes. For gifting 3 subs of secret shows, the 3 gifted subs over at thenewsjunkie.com. Thank you very much to Ardennis223. Now, we have to talk about security footage. We got to talk about security footage because both people who are with me today, Sabrina Ambra and Christopher Lane, both have security footage. If you want to watch, you could go over to YouTube or twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie, but we'll explain it for everybody else. And how did you know? Well, this is a dumb question. I was going to say, Sabrina, how did you know that this happened to you? You just drove home and you saw political signs on your yard.
Yeah, so, I mean, I did have one. I've had a sign up that a neighbor had given to me.
Okay.
And then, I mean, that's been up for quite a few weeks.
Maybe on 4?
I'm sorry? No, it was a Harris sign. But
it would be nice to put some milquetoast political signs out there, like maybe on 2, I don't know, undecided.
Or just like a mystery one, like yes on 15.
Wait, what's 15?
None of your business.
I saw
Leave
people
7 blank.
I saw people complaining about one of them. I think it's 10, and they said, "What am I supposed to do on this amendment?" And I read it. 5 times. I had no idea what it was about.
Perfect. I love that.
No clue what it was about. It was about like
Save our homes,
owned properties, and whether or not there should be a vote. It was so confusing. But Sabrina sees that somebody has added a political sign to her front yard, which is a new one for me.
Yeah, I pulled up to my house, and there it was. And it was a lot of looking around, like how and where. And granted, the sign is something that I had planned on voting for. Like it's certainly in my realm of what I agree with, but the placement of it was strange. So I maybe assumed that the neighbor of mine who gave me the Harris sign maybe put it on there. And then
it's not her, though.
I look at the security footage, and this is someone I do not know. I do not recognize it.
Now, is this from your doorbell, or it looks like it might be from the bird feeder? Is this bird feeder footage?
Yeah, because my Ring Cam sucks. It is not catching anything lately, and very blurry. So this is from the bird feeder, where fortunately, none of the great tit birds or the cardinals were feeding, but this person just places it and then moves on. And I noticed later on.
Is it a younger woman? I'm trying to see. The most I can see is.
I'm thinking it's either scrubs or a matching jumpsuit.
Yeah, it's like a green scrub-colored outfit for sure.
But place the sign. I don't recognize the car or the person, honestly, from my neighborhood. I know a decent amount of my neighbors. But then I look to the right, and I'm in between. Like my direct neighbor is someone who has the complete opposite signs out on their own accord. And then across from them is someone who I believe also got sign placed.
Really?
The same exact one. So this person was going around the neighborhood and placing signs in people's yards.
What was this sign for?
The sign was for yes on 4.
Okay, yes on 4. And so could it possibly be that this person was going around and going, I see this person supporting A, so I think they'll also support B, and I'm going to add a sign to their yard.
And that's so strange to me. If
that
it
seems
was
inappropriate.
Like, it felt a little bit like, I don't know, uncomfortable for sure, because had it been maybe placed by my door, then I would have the option of putting, the sign up myself.
That's not as bad.
For that person to assume and then place it in my yard is kind of like you're overstepping. But then I had this moment where if I take it off, though, that's strange too. And the person's going to come by again and place another sign, confront me about it.
That's weird.
Right?
I've never heard of that happening before.
And it was so strange considering the discussion we had about people stealing signs. But this was a first for me.
Somebody just planting a sign that you didn't even ask for on your lawn is certainly odd. Let us know what you think. And I think maybe to me, tell me where you guys are at on this before we get to C-Lane's security footage here momentarily. But to me, it goes in this order. A text message or an email is annoying. It's spammy. I don't want your political text messages or emails. They send them to me all the time. They all think I'm part of their group. So the Republicans will email me and go, "Dear fellow conservative, here's what's happening with the election. Here's how you need to vote." And the Kamala Harris people will be like, "Fellow Democrats," they'll email me nonstop. But that's like the bottom of the list as far as annoying things go. This would be way further up there. This is somebody going into your driveway, getting on your lawn, putting a sign in the ground on your lawn, and suggesting that you should support this, or that you do even, because it's in there in the ground in your front lawn.
Exactly. I mean, that's for me, though, to put the sign up.
Yeah.
One thing is to gift it or to give me the sign, but to put it on my lawn, especially when I'm not home, is strange. What if I didn't? What if that is not something I wanted to have on my front lawn?
Yeah, I think they could run into that a lot.
I'm putting this on the Moses list because I want to know, is that something that is against the law? Like, you can just put an unwanted political sign in someone's yard? Wouldn't that, at the very least, be littering?
And by the way, the political sign thing is really, really annoying, but just putting anything in somebody else's yard. You can't just use my yard as an advertisement spot.
You know who's really bad at that is the spray people that spray for bugs and stuff. Every time they put a sign in my yard, I'll get this sign on.
Yeah. Grass people do that too. People who mow the lawn sometimes will put like a little thing in your grass, like this lawn taken care of by blah, blah, blah. You're advertising.
But then they're like, no, it's so pets don't get on it. I'm like, I don't see the part where the pets are not on. I see your number and your logo.
The most annoying type. I have gotten 0 of these so far. But the most annoying type is when you actually have somebody knocking on the door. And then you open the door and they go, "Can we talk to you about Trump and how he's going to destroy the government or he's going to destroy this country?"
I had some lady, my girlfriend was homos, here on the show. And not only were they knocking on the door, but were jiggling the handle.
Ooh.
Yeah. And then finally she goes to the door and they're like, we're church down the street. We're having a fall fair.
Leave me alone.
What is happening
Leave
here?
me alone.
Did she ask why were you jiggling the handle?
No, because I think she thought it was me, like because of the urgency of it.
Yeah,
and
that's
then,
out of line.
Looked at the time and realized that I was at work.
Jiggling the handle means you're intending to come in my house. That's real close to just opening fire on the person.
I don't have footage of that because my crap ring cam.
You got to get this under control.
Ring cam.
Oh no, I'm going to. It's on the list.
I do like the bird feeder backup cam though. It's kind of nice.
Thank you very much.
Over to C-Lane, who had a delivery come to his house here. It's Amazon, I see.
I got the notification because you get a different notification when they ring the doorbell rather than just, it's an extra one, rather than just if they show up and put something down there. And I was like, who's ringing the doorbell right now? And I saw that it was a delivery person, and I ignored it. I didn't watch the video because we were doing the show yesterday. And then when I got home yesterday and I pulled up and I looked at the package, which was like, they don't usually block the doorway with the package, but it was like right in front of the door. And I was like, that sucker's open.
Oh, it was?
That package is open. And then I immediately went to the Ring camera because I was like, did somebody come up and open the package?
I'm like, nah, I don't want to steal this.
As it turns out, it was delivered that way.
Let's see. Here it goes.
Oh,
damn, bro.
Ring cam.
He
Nice
just
edits.
dropped that.
Bye.
Doorbell and go. This guy just drops it straight.
What was it?
Was it broken?
I don't think anything was broken. I didn't even actually get a chance to ask Ashley if anything was missing because it was her package. But it was some makeup stuff and like what looked like a small basket or trash can or something. I don't know. But I was like, did somebody definitely look in there and go, no, not worth stealing?
Never mind.
Did he just drop it haphazardly because he's already looked inside and think there's nothing breakable?
And I get it. You delivery people out there for Amazon, you're working long hours. It's a never-ending war to get to the bottom of the pile of packages you have to deliver. I get it, but a little gentler if you could. That's over on C-Lane's Twitter, C_LANE for C-Lane. If you want to see the Sabrina video, at Sabrina Ambra on Twitter. Both those are up on there.
Love that he throws it and then rings the camera. That does not faze you that we have this on video now?
He's got to know.
The part that I cut out was like, as he was walking off, he picks up his little device that they have to take the picture with and just kind of over his shoulder, like, bang. Like, I was like, all right, this guy's tired of work today.
Oh, man. I was not surprised by this at all. Maybe you were. But a celebrity who hasn't been spotted for a while was spotted at the airports. Who was this person? An A-list actor, they say. Is he, though? Let's go over that first. Mel Gibson, A-list actor?
Yeah.
Sure.
Household name for sure.
Yeah.
But lately, he hasn't been in that many things.
I still think you hold on to that title for.
You think so?
Yeah, I don't think you kind of lose it unless he's done a bunch of like crap. But he just hasn't done anything. He's been controversial. That keeps him a household name. But he very much at in his peak was an A-list actor.
He was in the Daddy's Home movies with
he
what's
got
his
an Oscar
name?
for that, didn't he?
Did he?
No.
They were funny, but he hasn't been in too much other than what did he? He didn't do The Passion of the Christ.
He directed it.
He directed that movie. Okay.
And he's
So
is he directing the next one?
I don't know. They did talk about doing that number 2, but I don't know when that's supposed to be done or who's doing it. But Mel Gibson's at the airport. And they asked him who he was voting for. Any guesses as to who Mel Gibson is supporting in the election?
Crazy guess here, but I do believe it's Trump.
Okay, Selim, what do you think?
I think maybe it's a Donald Trump.
He is actually supporting Kamala Harris in the election.
Why?
He has said it's time for America to turn the corner. It's time for us to be friends with each other again. And no, he didn't say any of that. Here he is.
Being voted on in days. What's your thoughts?
Oh, man, that's a big question.
What's wrong?
I don't think it's going to surprise anyone who I vote for.
Well, so, I mean, I'm going to just...
Sweet interview.
Guess.
Why are all these guys so dumb? Every one of them that's at the airport with the cameras from TMC is...
Yeah, so much time.
I'm going to guess Trump. Is that a bad guess?
I think it's a pretty good guess.
Well, what do you think the world will be like in a second term with President Trump?
Just following him to the White House.
I know what it'll be like if we let her in.
Yeah. Oh, really?
And that ain't good.
Yeah. Well, listen.
Miserable track record. Appalling track record. No policies to speak of.
Yeah. And the border, right?
And she's got the IQ of a fence post.
She's got the IQ of a fence post, he says. The TMZ
That's
guy's
an old
like,
phrase.
And the border, right? The border, right? Just tossing out bait at these people as they walk around the airport in Los Angeles, I'm guessing.
I got to say, though, walking around the airport, you don't see a lot of A-listers these days doing that.
No, not necessarily.
They might have been downgraded to a B-list.
Holy cow. Somebody,
good point.
Somebody tagged me on Twitter and saying, here's your story that ropes both C-Lane and Sabrina's stories together.
All
Check
right.
this out.
Raising concerns after a UPS driver was caught on camera leaving opposing political signs on her lawn.
Oh, wow.
I just think that this particular election, things are happening that never happened before.
So this is a delivery driver leaving a sign that somebody didn't want, which perfectly wraps both of your stories together.
Look at us go.
Wow.
Yeah, what a time to be alive,
Just like
friends.
the script said.
Right on the script today. We're doing well. Okay, we want to hear from you. Go over to the website, thenewsjunkie.com. Send us a dispatch. Let us know what you think, what's going on in your world, and check in over on the website at thenewsjunkie.com. All right, let's see here. What do we got for you? Here is Mo Manji, the realtor from L.A., I guess.
Hey, guys. I hope you guys are doing well. I see you guys are talking about L.A. and the Menendez brothers stories too much today. Well, guess where I'm dispatching from? LAX Airport, heading back home. But, yeah, the city is kind of weird. Thanks. Bye.
Thank you, Mo Manji. Appreciate you, and good luck.
I just heard Mel Gibson walk by. That's weird.
Yeah. Watch out at the airport there. Everything's coming together. This is a very weird segment. Over to, let's see, here's TX for Life.
What up, junkies? Hey. Happy Friday. So, Sunday. Hope your trip to wine country went well. Wish I would have known you were going to spend a day in San Francisco. I would have recommended going to Buena Vista. It is a little bar down by the wharf, and they do the best Irish coffees that you can get. You walk in, and they just have probably 15 to 20 of them lined up.
Really?
Dude's just making them. All right. Every person that sits down just gets one. They don't even ask you if you want one. They just figure that you're there to get one because it's that well known. That's cool. Fun story. We actually went, and the guy that was behind the bar, the bartender, was sitting there doing magic tricks and was like sleight of hand and all that kind of stuff while you're sitting there having the most fabulous Irish coffees that I personally have ever had.
Okay, I'm the inexperienced one here. Irish coffee is a coffee with whiskey?
Usually there's some sort of whiskey, an Irish cream. A lot of them have whipped cream on top. Some of them do, some of them don't. We actually 100% went to Buena Vista on the recommendation of a friend. We met a friend there and had Irish coffees.
Yeah,
was it good? We did have to ask for them. It wasn't, they weren't just like, oh, you walked in, here's an Irish coffee. But they were good. Yeah, they were really good.
I don't know that I've ever even had one, now that I think about it. I don't think I've ever had it.
They're popular also at what's the New Orleans place that they have at City Walk? Pat O'Brien's.
Oh, okay. I see. I don't know that I've had many coffee-based alcoholic drinks at all. It reminds me
of an espresso martini?
No, I haven't. I just haven't. It reminds me of, have you ever seen the Always Sunny in Philadelphia where Charlie returns from a cruise where they drank the whole time, him and Frank drank the whole time, and he's flabbergasted and confused that they have mixers out for everybody. He doesn't understand that orange juice is a drink on its own. And he's like, why did they put the mixers out? Why did they just put the mixers out by themselves? And he's like, no, Charlie, it's orange juice. And he's just very confused by this whole thing. All right, when we come back, a principal is in big trouble. You see, you're not allowed to party with the kids, and we have to get to what went down with this principal. Also, we got Rogan and Trump, the matchup that people have been waiting for. When's this going down, and what are we expecting? We'll get into that as well. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
Today on The Big Show, a luxury department store makes a holiday change. I'll tell you where the most OnlyFans creators are. We'll review some yacht rock with Captain Jack. Got a great cigar for Embers Only. We'll find out what's good to eat in Orlando with Primetime Kitchen and Fayez Cara. Plus another pair of Bucks Bus tickets and your calls, texts, and talkbacks.
The Jim Colbert Show, today at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Checking on some of the major roadways here around the perimeter of I-4, traffic is up to speed on State Road 429 and the Greenway. However, on I-4, there's delays before State Road 429. Traffic is slowing down in the Lake Buena Vista area. No major problems on Florida's Turnpike, but once you hit I-75, there's a bit of congestion there. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Driving High will get you a DUI. Stay alert, stay alive. Don't drive high. Driving high will get you more than a DUI, like higher insurance rates, legal troubles, loss of your license, and potentially your life. Don't risk it. Stay alert, stay alive. Don't drive high. A safety message from the Florida Department of Transportation.
Hey, welcome to Total Wireless. How can I help you?
Oh, my phone is panicking. It thinks I'm trading it in.
No worries. At Total Wireless, you get 50% off the Total 5G unlimited plan when you keep your phone.
Really? 50% off and I get to keep my phone? Wow.
Yep, that's as low as $25 per month for one line when you sign up for AutoPay.
Visit your Total Wireless store today. Restrictions apply. Compatible device required. Available exclusively online and in Total Wireless retail stores.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news if you're considering a reverse mortgage. Rates have improved again this week. Get a same-day quote at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
With that mortgage guy, Don.com.
Sunnyside Air Conditioning.
Oh, hi. My air conditioner is blowing hot.
For air conditioners making a funny noise, press 1.
No, it's...
Try to listen to the whole message before making a selection.
Sorry.
For air conditioners blowing cold, but not quite cold enough, press 2.
No, it's blowing hot.
I haven't gotten to that one yet.
Well, can we speed this up?
Don't get grumpy with me, or I'll take you back to the main menu.
No, anything but that. Please don't send me back to the main menu.
Fine, but I'm watching you.
Bet if I'd called Frank Gay, I'd already be getting my problem solved.
But you didn't call Frank Gay. So, what do we do now?
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When your air conditioner is blowing hot, you need a solution now. A helpful operator to guide you, all your options explained, and your problem fixed fast. That's the Frank Gay way.
If you're ready to pull your hair out, press 7.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
It's always a good time for donuts, so indulge in Shipley Donuts. Fresh-made donuts in delicious flavors from classic glaze to the Oreo cookie top treats, crafted with quality ingredients. Catering and online ordering is available. Visit Shipley Donuts, now open in Orlando on South Cimarron Boulevard.
Mommy, want to play a game with me and Dad?
Mommy's not feeling good.
You need to vaporize that cold.
Vaporize?
Yeah, with DayQuil VapoCool. It's DayQuil plus a rush of Vicks vapors.
Whoa.
Come on, honey. Let's let Mommy rest.
You guys are amazing. And so is DayQuil VapoCool.
DayQuil VapoCool, the vaporizing daytime coughing, aching, fever, power through your day medicine. And to vaporize sore throat pain, try Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Don't be scared. It's Halloween season, and the free iHeartRadio app has everything you need to make it a scream. Commercial-free Halloween radio. Custom playlists like Fright Night Raw. And spooky podcasts like
Stuff to blow your mind.
Open the free iHeartRadio app, search Halloween, and listen now. iHeartRadio. Free never sounded so good.
iHeartRadio.
Heard of the job? Dial pound 529 on your cell. Pound law, that's all.
Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Credit. C-R-E-D-I-T. Credit. That's credit. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. Good luck.
They're best friends, unless they're fighting. Are they fighting? It's the news.
What's going on in the world? Just a little over a week before an election. If you haven't heard about that, I heard a couple people talking about it. You know, there's a little bit of buzz about this thing. We'll see what you think. That and your dispatches coming up in just a moment. Real quick, before we get to the details on the Rogan Trump thing and what went down there, the Joker sequel is already headed for video on demand. Less than a month in theaters. They're going to take it out of the box office. And they're going to do a DVD, Blu-ray, 4K before the end of the year. So they're like fast tracking this thing through the system. Like, get it the hell out of here. It's been that big of a failure. And I think they are projecting that it will have made $65 million domestically when all is said and done. They probably thought the movie was going to make $1 billion. And it certainly did not do that. This is the most rejection I've ever seen from a movie, at least in the last decade or so. This is
Since
America.
that Batgirl movie.
Batgirl. No, but Batgirl didn't even get a chance, though.
Right.
Batgirl didn't even get a chance.
The first movie did so well that there was a lot of hype surrounding this.
Yeah. Everybody wanted it.
Very big expectations.
Yep.
And the complete opposite happened. They dropped so many balls.
Yeah, I think they delivered something that people just didn't want. They just rejected it. And I love to see it, honestly. I love to see this kind of stuff because sometimes people get all whipped up in their little isolated chambers and they speak only to people who they agree with and that agree with them, and they never get challenged on anything. And they go, here's our brilliant idea. We're going to take Joker and we're going to take this character and we're going to do this movie as a thumb in the eye of the people that liked the first one. And we're going to do it as a musical to boot. And we're still going to make $1 billion. And the people said, kiss my ass. I'm not going to see that. You're not getting my money. You don't just get it. You don't just get the butts in the seat. Even if you have a huge IP attached to it, you got to make something the people care about. That's the way it works on any platform,
now,
on anything.
Release, is it going to be to a streaming service or like pay to rent it or own it?
All digital platforms starting October 29th.
Okay.
So just a handful of days.
So they're, I imagine, probably going to hope that people rent it at home and then Max or something will release it.
Yeah, sometimes they speed this up because they say, at least there's a lot of people talking about it right now. Now, I do wonder this with that question, Sabrina. I think you've actually mentioned this. Are you interested enough with all the bad reviews that you want to watch it just to see if it actually is that bad?
Yeah, I'll definitely watch it. I don't see myself renting it for $20. I would wait until a streaming service that I'm subscribed to releases it.
I think I might do the same because I don't want to give them my money, but I do want to take a peek under the hood. I want to see what's going on over there and see what Joker 2 looks like. Is it really that bad? Okay, we're going to go to you momentarily here. You can join us on the show with what we call a dispatch. How do you do that? You go to thenewsjunkie.com, thenewsjunkie.com, and record yours right now. A high school principal is in trouble. You guys remember your high school principal? Do you remember the name?
Hell
you do? Oh, God, I have no idea. I don't remember at all.
I definitely remember his name, and I've told you guys a story about how I misspelled it and may or may not have, because of the misspelling, broadcast a racial slur on the Jumbotron at our graduation ceremony.
Oh, no. What did you say the principal's last name was?
Trochinsky.
Trochinsky. How did you turn that into something offensive?
I didn't purposely do it, but it was a typo. And if you swap some of the letters in Chinsky, maybe that S goes somewhere else.
Oh, you went like an Asian slur you dropped in there. Oh, that happened.
I didn't say dropped in there like it was a purposeful, meaningful thing. It was an accident. It was a typo.
I'm not saying you did it on purpose. I'm just saying it happened, and we haven't investigated just yet. All right? We got to look into this more. This school principal, well, this guy sounds like a good time to me, but for some reason, having fun is illegal these days.
Yep.
What happened with this guy? Tony Procaccino. Tony Procaccino is the guy we're talking about. Let's go over to him and see what he did.
Breaking now out of Kenton County. A high school principal now facing criminal charges in an alleged incident involving students.
Yeah, first this was just an investigation, now official charges. Kenton County Police have now released video of the party that was under investigation.
All right.
Police say
Here
the
he is.
video shows Scott High School principal Tony.
Oh, buddy, when you're holding a beer bong surrounded by kids from your high school, you're probably going to get in trouble. They just had a movie like this. Oh, damn it. Sabrina, you saw it too.
How did he not realize that somebody was filming?
Oh my gosh. It was the guy from Everybody Loved. No, it's not him, but it's the guy
it
from,
looks like him. You're exactly right. It looks like that guy.
Yes, very beautiful man, thick eyebrows. It was a science teacher.
Yes,
and
the guy was a teacher, and the whole movie was about a party.
Like, this is the super bad of this generation. What was that damn movie?
See if you could find that out.
There was the poop scene.
The entire movie was based around the premise of this crazy house party going down. And there was a teacher that showed up to the house party, and he kept drinking and partying with the kids and going a little further and a little further and a little further. And this principal is sitting there as somebody films him with a beer bong. Incoming is the name of the movie, yeah. which was kind of fun. But here's the principle.
Cappuccino, holding a beer bong while two teenagers drank from it this happened back on New Year's Eve. Now, he was principal at the time of White's Tower Elementary School. A mother of one of those teenagers at the party turned the video over to police this past weekend. Police say the 16 and 17-year-olds in the video went to Scott and Simon Kenton high schools. Cappuccino now faces 2 charges of serving alcohol to minors.
Holy cow. The aggressive song at the end of their trailer is a bit much, or their video is a bit much. But this guy's in trouble. He's got some charges against him. The kids were 16 and 17, and he was doing beer bongs with them. I don't know that you're going to be able to come up with a good excuse for why this photo exists right here. Let's show him, C-Line, this snapshot. I don't know if you're going to be able to excuse your way out of that. Well, I didn't know it was alcohol.
The blur. It almost looks like a giant cardboard box, but then you realize, no, it's a student with the beer bong. If you're going to be the cool teacher or the principal that goes in parties, then you say, phone's down. We're just going to keep this in the memory bank. Yeah. Okay, everybody?
Damn. They got him, though. Yeah, this person filmed off to the side. Is it definitely
beer in there? Like, could you argue, like, no, we were just having a little fun. That's a soda. It's a Sprite bong.
He's going to have to make that argument. I don't know if he is right now. Let me see if it says in this story. It says WCPO first reached out to the school district for a comment on this. At the time, a spokesperson said this is a personnel matter. That's what they always hide behind. And they fired the principal. So he was a principal for a decade at the school before he was doing this. So he is facing some charges now. Okay, what do you think? Let us know. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. Joe Rogan and Trump. Let's see what we can learn about this. Here we go. With the election just 2 weeks away, former President Donald Trump is expected to be in Texas on Friday. He's in Texas right now. I think he's in Austin right now. And he's going to go on the Joe Rogan Experience with, you guessed it, Joe Rogan. Rogan hosts the podcast out of Austin, reaches millions of people. He has 15.7 million followers on Spotify, I guess, and 17.5 million on YouTube. Trump has appeared in other podcasts like Theo Von's, and he's in Austin right now. There's no airtime available, but it's always on YouTube, and I think they always stream on YouTube, and it's just going to be one of those things that pops up. I think they usually do them Austin time. What's Austin, 3 hours out? Are they Pacific?
Austin?
I thought they were Central.
Can you see what time zone Austin is in?
Austin, Texas.
Yeah, Austin, Texas. And Central. Okay, so they are 2 hours off from the East Coast. And I think they tend to do them not too far from now. Like, I think they tend to do them in the middle of the day or a little bit in the afternoon.
Central's an hour from the East Coast.
Is it Central?
Yeah.
Austin, Texas? It's not even Mountain?
No.
That's surprising to me. How big is Central, for God's sake?
Pretty big.
Hold on, I got to see this now. That's kind of crazy. No, I believe him, absolutely. But it's crazy to me that Texas, isn't some of Texas in Pacific?
No.
Here it is. No, Texas is, a bunch of it is in Central, and then some of it's in Mountain. And then just west of Texas is Pacific. So that's how much ground Texas takes up, just for the record.
Pretty big state.
All right, that's going down today at some point in time. When it happens, we'll peek in, we'll see what's going on, and give that a little bit of attention. For right now, let's find out what's coming up on the next episode.
What's going up on the next episode? The popular video game Roblox have now joined the wonderful club of This Is Why We Can't Have Nice Things.
Son of a bitch.
Is that a Florida one?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Oh, he doesn't have much today, and you took it
I'll
from him.
do half of it, and you do the other half. Airbnb, come and you can sleep in Beetlejuice home. Plus, turns out, meet Tarzan, you Grim Reaper. All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio, at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan, brought to you by MyEternalVitality.com and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 8 p.m., it's Bungalower and the Bus. And at 9, we all find out what the hell Angel is listening to tonight on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast. Well, this afternoon, it's all about the sunshine. High temperatures are reaching 85 degrees, just a very light northerly flow, comfortably low humidity, just a real charmer of a day. Overnight, we'll cool down into the mid-60s, chance for a little patchy fog Saturday morning. Otherwise, another gorgeous day with bright sunshine, highs in the mid-80s. A nice weather pattern lay ahead. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by Direct Auto. Direct Auto Insurance is for uncompromisers. With savings of up to 25%, you can stop compromising and keep driving. Get a free quote at directauto.com. Savings based on discounts can vary. How you buy can affect price. National General Group, Winston-Salem.
What sets International Diamond Center apart from those big box jewelry chain stores?
The problem with big chain stores is that they're all run by corporate.
IDC owner Keith LeClaire.
That means the people at the store level just plain don't care much.
At IDC, you're not dealing with a bunch of retail clerks. You're working with a true jewelry professional who's not on commission and not beholden to a bunch of corporate dictated rules and policies.
When you're in the big corporate world, everybody operates out of a manual or a big book of rules. At IDC, we don't have a manual telling our people how to deal with customers. We empower our people to take care of those customers in the way they would want to be taken care of.
Get the respect, guidance, professionalism, and genuine care you deserve from people who put you first.
We tell them point blank, do whatever it takes to make the customer happy, period.
International Diamond Center, locally owned, internationally connected.
We want them to take care of you, protect you, and make it the best experience that you could possibly have.
International Diamond Center, 4 Orlando locations and always at shopidc.com.
Your Orlando Magic are back and ready to make it memorable, make it our moment, make it magic during opening night presented by Advent Health. On Friday, October 25th at the Kia Center, the Brooklyn Nets will come out to face Paolo Banchero, Franz Wagner, and the rest of the Magic squad. It's more than just basketball, it's an experience. Visit OrlandoMagic.com today to get tickets and be a part of the excitement. Opening night is only the beginning. Are you ready to make it magic?
With Cybersecurity Awareness Month winding down, LifeLock wants to remind you to update your software. These updates are used to patch up security issues that identity thieves can exploit to gain access to your personal info. But for comprehensive identity theft protection, there's LifeLock. LifeLock alerts you to more uses of your personal info and fixes identity theft issues that arise. Start your 30-day free trial at LifeLock.com. Use my name as your promo code, Clay.
Mommy, want to play a game with me and Dad?
Mommy's not feeling good.
You need to vaporize that cold.
Vaporize?
Yeah, with DayQuil VapoCool. It's DayQuil plus a rush of Vicks vapors.
Whoa.
Come on, honey. Let's let Mommy rest.
You guys are amazing. And so is DayQuil VapoCool.
DayQuil VapoCool, the vaporizing daytime coughing, aching, fever, power through your day medicine. And to vaporize sore throat pain, try Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Outsmart cybercriminals this October with Norton 360. For Cybersecurity Awareness Month, Norton 360 offers a software updater feature to reduce vulnerabilities. Get comprehensive protection and up to 58% off your first year at norton.com/secure.
Mornings. Nope, not my thing. But when I imagine a McDonald's breakfast in my hand, suddenly the snooze button is out of the picture. Now for a limited time, the 2 for $5 mix and match breakfast deal includes the sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles, egg McMuffin, or the sausage McMuffin with egg. It's like a fist bump for breakfast that says, you've got this. It's time to gear up and seize the day. The breakfast hype is real. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Limited time only. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Single item at regular price.
What's better than air conditioning? A portable air conditioner you can take anywhere. Enter McDonald's. Their drinks always cool me down, so I call them Air Cup Disheners. Air Cup Disheners come in all my favorites, like classic Coke, Sprite, Fanta, and of course, Southern Style Sweet Tea. And they're incredibly cost-effective. Any size is just $1.59 all day. There are drinks. And there are drinks from McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Coca-Cola, Fanta, and Sprite are registered trademarks of the Coca-Cola Company.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free info kit. Call 800-522-5700. 800-522-5700.
Real Radio is on X at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Now back to the most viral newsroom on planet Earth. This
Beyond in just a moment. You can subscribe to the podcast. It's free for you to subscribe to, and it's available on all major platforms, including iHeartRadio, who pays the bills around here. Get the links for the podcast over at thenewsjunkie.com. Tons to get into on the show today over the next couple of hours. Right now, it's time for the next episode. Let's get into it. Wait, hold on. I did it wrong. Let's get into the next episode.
Also different.
Because there's a lot on TV, you can't possibly keep up with all of it. Even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
You've been a bad little girl.
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina. Hey.
That made me uncomfortable.
Sorry about that. What can I do about it?
What happens when I'm not on the show?
It's kind of weird sometimes. It just gets that way.
Okay, bad boy. Hold up. You know, it was a good little... no. You know who's awesome?
Want to call Don a good little boy?
Thought about it for a moment, didn't you?
He's a great big guy, and he's a very smart man when it comes to that mortgage that you were looking to refinance.
Nice
About,
escape.
thank you, buying your first dream home. And doing some debt consolidation, reverse mortgages, expanding your business, commercial, SBA loans, and everything in between. Get the process started today by going to thatmortgageguydawn.com. Don't miss the boat. Hang. Compare your quote today.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote.
Hang.
Thatmortgageguydawn.com.
Yeah, the new boats, they have truck horns.
Do they?
Yeah, that's just, why have the elongated foghorn when you can just have a hang.
I have such little boat experience. You could tell me that boats had a horn like that, and I would 100% believe it. Yeah.
It was 35 years ago, 1989. No horns, just church, baby. Hallelujah. And it was on this day, televangelist Reverend Jim Baker was sentenced to 45 holy years in prison and fined $500,000 for his conviction on not one, not two, but 24 counts of fraud and conspiracy stemming from the PTL, Praise the Lord Ministry. Hallelujah.
Is he the one that ended up on meth and stuff?
They don't mention meth here. They do, however, mention a solid line from him. So 91, appeals court reduced the sentence to 18 years. 94, he was paroled after serving just under 5 years in prison. When confronted about the missing...
Oh, I'm thinking of Ted Haggard.
$158 million.
Woo!
He claimed that it was Satan who had gotten into his ministry's computers to make the money lost. Follow-up question, obviously, was, how could you prove Satan stole the money? His response, how can you prove he didn't? Drops microphone. Also, you steal $158 million and you're only fined $500,000?
I don't know.
That seems wild.
Isn't it insane that he had that much money to begin with?
Yes, I think
Like
we're in
a
the wrong
church?
business.
Woo!
And also, 22 years ago, 2002, Aretha Franklin's mansion near Detroit burned down in a fire that was later determined to be an ARSONIST
Arsonist.
house. I practiced so much this morning and ruined it. I shouldn't have used that.
Look, it's fine. Everybody knows what's going on.
Okay. It is very unclear, but for some reason this continues to pop up. What caused Jamie Foxx to be in the hospital mysteriously last year? And now we got a new angle. It's Diddy's fault.
I'm listening.
They say people who attended the 3-night taping of Jamie's upcoming Netflix special, What Had Happened Was, it was earlier this month, say he blamed Diddy for his health emergency. One witness claims Jamie said Diddy did something, quote, unquote, to Jamie that caused his hospitalization, says he's the one who called the FBI on him. This guy says he doesn't think Jamie was joking.
Damn.
Also, when's the last time Jamie Foxx did stand-up? It's very interesting.
I haven't heard him doing stand-up in a while, I don't think.
Another of these alleged attendees say Jamie told the crowd that Diddy poisoned him. However, a third person claims that while Jamie told a bunch of Diddy jokes, he didn't blame Diddy for the health issues. According to this witness, he said, people keep asking me if Diddy was responsible. He was not responsible. If he was, I would have been dead. So I guess we'll see when this Netflix special
Why is this
out.
Jamie Foxx thing so confusing? Why is it
zero information on it?
I know that we don't deserve any information, really, but he's been so vague about everything. All we know is he allegedly almost died. He was on his deathbed, and then he rallied back, and then everything after that has been very confusing.
And then he was back to it, and all he said was like, God was watching over me.
Praise the Lord.
I'm all right. Like, there was no information whatsoever. So maybe he's just been waiting for this big Netflix special. What had happened was. And what had happened with Lil Xan, which is a name I forgot about completely. That was the, that like teenager, right? Rapper, Love Xanax.
I'll look this up. Lil Xan, like X-A-N?
Yeah, I feel like you talked about him, but it was like 3 years ago.
I remember him.
I don't remember any of his rap songs. I just remember him being kind of a punk.
He has tattooed a lot of dumb stuff on his face. I will tell you that.
Oh, he's also doing a lot of dumb stuff with his body and mouth. He's ordered to pay nearly $28,000 to a guy that he pulled a gun on at a gas station because he tried to rob him. Nope, that's not it. Pulled a gun on him because he inappropriately touched his lady at the time. Nope, that wasn't it. He pulled a gun on him because they were having an argument about Tupac.
All right. That's what led to a gun being drawn?
Yeah. Lil Xan being a rapper, and that's in quotes, you'd think he'd be the one defending Tupac, but au contraire, mademoiselle, he was not. He was slagging him, calling him boring and things like that. Verbal altercation ensued, and that's when Lil Xan flashed his lil piece. The other guy sued Xan, ignored the complaint, and the judge issued a default judgment for the plaintiff. We move on, and a lot more lawsuits where that came from, but instead of with rappers who love Xanax, it's with two former executives on this show right here.
Oh,
Jeopardy.
Jeopardy,
is right. And I'll take race, gender discrimination complaints for $200, Alex.
Uh-oh.
May he rest in peace. They're suing also Wheel of Fortune and Sony Pictures altogether for engaging in unlawful race, gender, and age discrimination and retaliation against them. Shelly Balance Ellis, a black woman, her Latina colleague Monique Diaz, they filed the complaints in California's Civil Rights Department and the National Labor Relations Board, alleging that Sony's management terminated them and other workers in retaliation for collectively opposing harmful discrimination and toxic work conditions on Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune. Now, I would go into the details of it, but unfortunately, my time is coming to a close, and I've been waiting to dive into this with you all.
I'm all ears.
So I
am half ears.
Why are you half ears?
I don't know.
You know what he's
I'm all
doing. He's
ears.
getting ready for this week in Florida.
I will be full-eared for you if you could just full-ear me. Richard Gere, gerbil, but that has been a rumor that has been around for a while, and just when it starts to go away, I do like to mention it all over again because it's ridiculous. But now I think I have found a new pet. This is an online rumor, but there are pages and pages of, what is it, not blind spots. It's blind items.
Mm-hmm.
All about
Says he's all ears. And
this guy.
Tom Cruise.
And his fetish for fish.
Okay. Do you have any of these blind items?
Oh, I do. Let's dive in, shall we? So there's a big wormhole. They're calling it Tom Cruise fish lore. And rumors of Tom Cruise doing unsavory, not safe for work things to raw supermarket fish around the globe began spreading the internet around 2020. But the stories go even further back. The first recorded blind item that kicked off the lore came from a celebrity blog called Crazy Days and Nights.
Yeah,
we've talked about in the past.
Yep. Mm-hmm. They're usually pretty accurate.
And in late 2020, someone posted a story they received from a reader who had seen an unnamed celebrity purchase a raw, unwrapped sea bass in a grocery store in Italy, entered the bathroom with the fish, and then leaves the bathroom sans fish after 10 minutes.
No way.
He was wearing the mask, actually two, one on top of the other. He knew it was him because he had security with him, because I heard he was filming in the city.
Why would he buy his own fish? Why does Tom Cruise need to buy his own fish?
He's not buying his own fish. Security goes in, they buy the fish, they hand it to him. He goes and he bangs the fish and then leaves it there, and security comes and cleans it up. And I'm not kidding you when I say I have 15 pages of separate blind items, all related to Tom Cruise. Apparently, allegedly, rumor has it, banging supermarket fish.
In the fish mouth?
In the fish mouth. Where else would you do it, Sean?
I don't know. It just seems like
Fish
it's not.
That's not big enough.
You can make it.
It's not big enough.
Oh, God.
There was also that this one fish that was named. See, I'm not kidding. Like 15 different.
The
pages
fish have
of it.
names?
The fish?
No, the type of fish. There's one fish that he really likes because it has no teeth.
Okay.
And there was another blind item that he was losing his mind publicly because they were out of that particular fish.
Wow.
I'm on crazydaysandnights.com right now, or .net, and the top thing, blind item number 13, did the pint-sized actor show up somewhere with a fish? Why is everyone talking about it again?
Wow.
Pompano fish. Pompano fish point out that it has no teeth. The fish was raw, so I didn't think he would eat it then. At closing, my supervisor, there's another blind item, says that there is a pompano in the bathroom trash bin. I tell her what I saw before, and she says she saw the same the day prior.
Who takes this fish right here and goes, yeah, that's what I want. That's what I'm looking
So,
for.
medium, somebody
I
by
like
the name
that
of...
steep, blunt forehead is that does it for me.
By the name of Angela, went on medium.com and posted all of the Tom Cruise fish blind items if you want a good read for the weekend. I might have to do a part 2 next week because the stories, I've just covered the surface of it, but this is all alleged and this is all going to be very, very entertaining.
Well, it's worth mentioning that this isn't unheard of. There's a couple, I think they're in Australia, that are on trial right now for this very thing.
For banging fish?
The guy was a famous fisherman, and then he filmed a video of him with a fish, and then you can imagine what he's doing to his wife with the fish. And he was
I remember
in
this,
court.
but the fish was alive.
Yeah, the fish was alive, but it went viral because he did a thing with the fish.
Right.
And the video started to spill out online. So it's not unheard of, but it's very rare, I think.
And very, very interesting. So there you go. That's for you to put in your pipe and smoke it whenever. Follow your dreams. And me on Instagram at Sabrina Amber. Give it a follow if you could. And most importantly, stay with me, America.
Smoke weed every day. Thank you, Sabrina. We are going to get to you before too long here because this is a show about the people. And whilst we're saying what's on our mind and going through all the viral stuff in the news every single day, you probably have something on yours. Maybe you're yelling at the radio. Maybe you're yelling at the screen if you're watching the live stream. Or maybe you're agreeing and you just want to check in and hang out with us for a little bit. All of that is welcome. Join the party. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com. Send us a video or audio dispatch right now when we return. This week in Florida, and C-Lane's going to take you on an adventure through all of the insane Florida stories from the past week or so. We'll see how that goes. Oh, past 2 weeks even, right?
No.
Were you out last Friday?
I was
or
here
no?
last Friday.
Oh, you were? Okay. Must have been the Friday before. Anyhow, we're going to have a good time. And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Why follow Real Radio on Instagram? Because we want to send you to see the Tampa Bay Bucks in an upcoming home game. Each week this NFL season, you have a chance to win tickets. Check our feed at Real Radio 1041 on Instagram.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center, shop the best quality jewelry and lowest price. GoldsmithJewelry.com. Watch out for an accident causing delays on County Road 46A westbound at I-4. The left lane is blocked. There's delays on I-4 in the Champions Gate area. Slowdowns on I-4 between Osceola Parkway and approaching the beach line, and intersection backups where Vine Street meets John Young Parkway. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Florida Power and Light.
Florida needs a power company that's storm ready. That's why FPL works year-round to keep the power on and restore it safely and as quickly as possible when needed. FPL, working for you every single day. Get ready at fpl.com/storm.
If you want to find out about a reverse mortgage, that mortgage guy Don can help. Rates are improving, and that makes the terms even more favorable. If you want to find out how it works, that mortgage guy, Don, will get you some numbers and explain the details. Then you decide if it makes sense for you to proceed. A reverse mortgage can be a lifesaver for people over 62 on a fixed income. So get a quote today with no hard credit inquiry. Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote by going to thatmortgageguydawn.com. Work with an expert and a friend that you could trust.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with thatmortgageguydawn.com.
This earful of real radio is sponsored by Shipley Donuts, now open on South Cimarron Boulevard.
For more information about contests on this station, go to realradio.fm/rules.
Moments like hearing my cat purr good morning mean a lot to me. But after being diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer, or MBC, which is breast cancer that is spread to other parts of the body, they mean even more. I take Ibrance, palbociclib. Ibrance 125 milligram tablets with an aromatase inhibitor is for adults with HR-positive, HER2-negative MBC as the first hormonal-based therapy. Ask your doctor about Ibrance and visit Ibrance.com. Ibrance may cause low white blood cell counts that may lead to serious infections. Ibrance may cause severe inflammation of the lungs. Both of these can lead to death. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including trouble breathing, shortness of breath, cough, or chest pain. Before taking Ibrance, tell your doctor if you have fever, chills, or other signs of infection, liver or kidney problems, are or plan to become pregnant, or are breastfeeding. Common side effects include low red blood cell and low platelet counts, infections, tiredness, nausea, sore mouth, abnormalities in liver blood tests, diarrhea, hair thinning or loss, vomiting, rash, and loss of appetite.
How long have you been thinking about going solar? With power bills soaring higher and higher than ever, it's time to think about what you can save instead of what you're spending. Each year you wait, you could be losing thousands. This year alone, prices have jumped over 10%. Isn't it time you own your own power or solar source? With over 40 years in business, Solar Source has over 60,000 installations right here in Central Florida. They've had the same phone number since 1984. It's no wonder this company is the one I trust. I started with a pool heater solar, and now I'm thrilled that Solar Source has a pay-as-you-go system. I can save monthly, and it starts at $99. That's solarsource.com/monsters.
Men, if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE, Premier Men's Medical Center will get your sex life back in just one visit. Their painless, breakthrough medical treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Premier Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Premier Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments will restore your sex life regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. Plus, you'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients will have their testosterone checked free. Call 407-337-5569. 407-337-5569. To regain your sex life in just one visit, call now. 407-337-5569.
Help DEA keep our community safe and healthy by participating in National Prescription Drug Take-Back Day, Saturday, October 26th. Take action right in your own home by cleaning out your medicine cabinet of unneeded medications. Keep them safe, clean them out, take them back. Find a collection site near you at DEATakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent prescription drug misuse before it starts. That's DEATakeback.com.
Marijuana is scientifically proven to be safer than alcohol, but casual marijuana users are treated like dangerous criminals. It's time for a change, and law enforcement officers across Florida agree. Here's Bradford County Sheriff Gordon Smith with more.
Using marijuana doesn't make you a bad person.
and it's time we stop ruining lives over it. I'm a Republican sheriff, and I'm voting yes on Amendment 3 for safe, tested, regulated marijuana for adults. Amendment 3 will get marijuana laced with Chinese fentanyl off our streets and save countless Florida lives. With more funding for law enforcement to crack down on the real criminal, it's time. Vote yes on Amendment 3.
Amendment 3, legal marijuana for adults, safe, regulated, lab tested, and from a store, not the street. Get the facts at yeson3.com.
Paid political advertisement paid for by Smart and Save Florida, 1400 Village Square Boulevard, suite number 3321, Tallahassee, Florida, 32312.
With Cybersecurity Awareness Month winding down, LifeLock wants to remind you to update your software. These updates are used to patch up security issues that identity thieves can exploit to gain access to your personal info. But for comprehensive identity theft protection, there's LifeLock. LifeLock alerts you to more uses of your personal info and fixes identity theft issues that arise. Start your 30-day free trial at LifeLock.com. Use my name as your promo code, Clay.
I'm Mark Anajar.
I'm Glenn Levine.
I'm Ellie Anajar.
Together, we're Anajar and Levine.
If you've been hurt in a car crash, we'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve.
Call Anajar and Levine for your free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. In Office Orlando.
Frank Gay Services has something cool for you. Keep your AC running smoothly with our expert service. Experienced, professional, friendly, and speedy care that earned us thousands of 5-star reviews. That's the Frank Gay way. Visit frankgayservices.com or call for details.
The model year is over. Drive new 2024 Nissans from $18,900 at Sutherland Nissan Orlando.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because your case matters. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Check. 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 That's check. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. Good luck.
High diving face first into the world's most viral newsroom.
Give the gift to somebody of secret shows. And in fact, I want to say thank you, mega shout outs to Tony B. Greasy for the 3 gifted subs. Appreciate that. Also, Jenny and I think it's El Moore or El Moral, who is a new subscriber. Thanks to all of you. Appreciate it. Real quick, before This Week in Florida, tips at thenewsjunkie.com, and MR emails the show. It says, shady text messages. We've all been getting these political text messages, at least all of us except for Courtney. My girlfriend has not been getting any of them. She's very upset. She feels like she's not wanted in the political world.
Does she have her phone on the, like, only show the texts that are from contacts, not the all?
I don't think so. No, I don't think. Maybe her number just didn't get out there somehow. MR says, I had a late night warehouse job, and once we were all talking about our ages. One guy tells everybody, you can call me dad. And to the Venezuelan girl, he said, and you can call me Poppy. We all had a laugh. That night, I get home from work, and I get a text message that says, you can call me Poppy, LOL. And he said, try explaining that message at midnight to somebody. That will probably get you in trouble. You get those spam texts that are photos or like something sexy, and your significant other will be like, what the hell you have going on right now? What are you doing? You cheating on me? Immediately they'll go to that. And I bet it happens all the time. All right. You ready, C-Lane?
Ready, Sean.
Hang on. Here we go. Let's do This Week in Florida.
Giving you a recap of the most groan-worthy stories in the state. It's This Week in Florida.
That's correct. The weekend is here. It's time to take a trip around the Sunshine State and see some of the craziness that has gone on in the past 7 days or so.
That's how it was before.
It was not. It was a slow fade out. You could still hear the fun instruments.
I'll work on it.
Okay. But in the time being,
Sean.
I used to say that last week.
I have it over there. This is going to have to do, okay? I don't know how to fix it right now. What's that? This is This Week in Florida's new theme song?
There it is. This Week in Florida.
This sounds otherworldly.
Yeah, Caribbean, actually. Caribbean 12.
But we'll do this story that Sabrina so graciously gifted me.
Yeah. Thanks, Tom Cruise.
About the Roblox thing. What is Roblox? Like, what? I know it's a
video game,
but what do you do? Is it like Minecraft?
Yes. Yeah, it's kind of like Minecraft.
It's open world. I just know that my girlfriend's nephew loves it.
Very popular with
and they spend a lot of money. Like it's a video game that you pay to dress up somebody or something, and you go around. And then we talked about it not too long ago because wasn't a company paying somebody to be an employee in the Roblox world?
They've done a lot of that stuff, or like concerts in Roblox. It's very big.
Well, this is not as fun as a concert in Roblox. I don't know if that is fun or not, but a Florida woman has been accused of instructing through the online gaming platform Roblox, instructing a 10-year-old child to kill a 2-month-old baby by dropping it on a solid tile floor.
Oh, my God.
What?
Tara Sykes, 36 years old. She's from Perdido Key, allegedly connected with the 10-year-old via Roblox's social media function, which begs the question, should 10-year-olds be able to access a social media function? Persuaded them to carry out the violence, according to the Escambia County Sheriff's Office. Suspect also allegedly made a slew of other demands to the child, including to drown the baby in the bath and scald the infant with boiling water. She also told the 10-year-old to use a knife to slit the throats of the adults they were temporarily living with while they slept. Then allegedly told the child to douse the guardian's bedding with flammable aerosol spray and set their corpses on fire.
What the hell?
Did they get any Robloxing done during this time? Or was it all just instructing this 10-year-old child on how to commit horrific crimes?
That's insane. And also, it didn't have the same Roblox story as you. Apparently, there's a lot of controversy.
This is not the Roblox story?
No.
Oh, man.
No, they had to get rid of a particular Dress to Impress game with in it. It's like a fashion show because they
at lunch
kept making the hot dog look like a penis.
Okay. So they got problems in the Roblox world, right?
Yeah,
well, this seems to be a bigger problem than a penis hot dog.
Yes.
It says that here the 10-year-old was unable to carry out instructions on the adults, but allegedly did harm the infant. The sheriff's office said it was contacted by Children's Advocacy Center Gulf Coast Kids House on Thursday, reporting that the 2-month-old infant had suffered serious injuries after being dropped on the kitchen floor by another child. Sykes was arrested and charged with 1 count of attempted murder while engaged in aggravated child abuse. You would think that getting pardoned by the president or getting your sentence commuted would be a new lease on life. You're like, you know what? I got forgiven at the highest level, and I'm gonna keep my nose clean now, right? You would think. Do you know how many people get rearrested after being pardoned by presidents?
I don't know. Is there a stat on this?
In the case of Donald Trump, former President Donald Trump, it is up to 7, and the latest being healthcare fraudster Philip Esformes. Says whose 20-year prison sentence for a massive $1.3 billion Medicare fraud scheme was commuted in 2020 by then-President Donald Trump, was arrested over the weekend in Florida on a domestic violence-related charge. Esformes is at least the 7th person who received executive clemency from Trump and has since been charged with new crimes, according to the New York Times, which first reported the latest arrest. In August, a convicted New York drug dealer and predatory lender named Jonathan Braun, whose 10-year prison term was commuted in 2021, was charged with assaulting his father-in-law and wife in separate incidents. Basically, these people just they can't seem to not break the law.
Did you see that Trump was asked if he would pardon Hunter Biden? And he's like, it's not off the table. I would consider pardoning Hunter Biden. When they asked him, I don't think he's going to need to do that because Biden's going to do that.
Why would he need to pardon Hunter Biden?
Because Biden has said he's not going to do it, but there's almost 100% chance that Biden is going to, in his last moments, pardon his son.
When was the last time Biden said he wasn't going to pardon Hunter? Was he still running for president?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah.
I don't think he said this in a
ball game now. And if there's any truth, which I think there is, but I don't know, how much truth. But if there's any truth to this story that he was pushed out by Obama and Kamala and just kind of like strong-armed into dropping down, why would you not pardon your son as one last F you, I'm out of here?
Yeah. 100% chance he's going to do it. I really think he's going to do it. It would be crazy to me if he didn't, actually.
And really awkward, family-wise, I feel like. Of all the things, Pops.
Dad, you were the only person on the planet who had the power to get me out of this, and then you didn't on account of just trying to do the right thing?
It would be ridiculously annoying, though. I mean, imagine you're Hunter and your dad doesn't pardon you.
Yeah.
That would. Yeah.
I'd never let him hear the end of it.
Yeah. This guy, this doctor that was supposed to perform the splenectomy and instead took out a dude's liver and killed him, he keeps popping up in This Week in Florida. And this time, it's because we're getting more information about the mood in the room. And there's a report that came out. How did it happen, they say, out of Miramar Beach? That's the question investigators are working to answer after this surgeon reportedly removed a man's liver instead of his spleen. We remember this happened back in August, and the patient died on the table. And now the Florida Agency for Healthcare Administration is coming out with a 47-page report. And some of the details are a little difficult to hear. It details how a man undergoing surgery for spleen removal died on the operating table, and they say this Dr. Thomas Shaknovsky, 42 years old, is to blame. They said that Shaknovsky went from a non-invasive approach. It was supposed to just be kind of like...
he went for non-invasive and ended up being super invasive?
It was supposed to be non-invasive, and then within minutes he flipped the script and cut the patient open because he struggled to see behind the patient's enlarged colon. In a mess of blood, the medical examiner says, quote, essentially the liver was autopsied out of that man. Shaknovsky didn't know it, though. He told investigators from the Healthcare Administration he didn't know about the mistake until 2 days later when notified by the pathologist, who said there was no splenic tissue to be found. However, numerous witnesses contradicted that claim, saying it was obvious the organ was not the spleen. One nurse remembers hearing a woman say in the operating room, that's the effing liver.
Couldn't be any more clear than that. Here's why this doesn't surprise me. When you go to, let's say, the grocery store, and you're checking out, there's probably one employer where you go, oh, God, I hope we don't get that employee. They are always so slow and so bad at their job, and they screw up something every single time. Doctors have the same issue. There are some doctors, whether you want to believe it or not, that are good and some that suck at their job, and you just hope you don't get a bad one.
Funny that you use that analogy, because they had one registered nurse saying, we had an eerie feeling. One scrub tech said, I don't trust him as a doctor. One witness went as far as saying staff would not bring their family into the hospital if Shaknovsky was on call, saying he was so cavalier it made him dangerous. He was the guy they didn't want to get stuck with.
How does this doctor from The Simpsons keep his gig when everybody's scared of him around him? He's like maiming people. That's insane to me.
And to give some perspective on how incredibly off this was. Like, you say, well, I'm not a doctor. I don't know if I could mistake a liver for a spleen. To give some perspective, a typical liver weighs around 4 pounds, 6.5 if you're Sean, and that's equivalent to a traffic cone or 2 quarts of juice. A spleen, on the other hand, is roughly 1/3 of 1 pound, comparable to 2 chicken breasts. So
it's not even close.
Not even close. In quick hurricane news, this poor restaurant in Cape Coral, a popular restaurant, the Boathouse Tiki Bar and Grill, reopened after Hurricane Milton on a Thursday. And on Thursday night, as employees were closing the restaurant, a fire broke out and the restaurant burned to the ground.
Oh, my God.
Everyone got out safely, but the restaurant was destroyed, officials said.
Restaurant.
Noting that the thatched roof fully restocked alcohol and the wind made the fire quite a challenge. And speaking of hurricanes, I don't know if you guys, I wouldn't have been gone, so I would have been here, because this just happened a week ago. But Lieutenant Dan got arrested, guys.
Oh,
he was jailed.
You were absolutely here.
Yeah, I know. But did we talk about it? I don't know.
Yeah, we did.
Oh,
yeah, we talked.
He lit a woman on fire.
Yeah.
And then we talked about what was the arrest for?
He's been arrested more than a dozen times, that Lieutenant Dan guy. Yeah, he's a real piece of work that everybody glommed onto because he said he wasn't going to get off his sailboat during the hurricane.
But now he is getting arrested for other things. He got out, though. He got out on cash bond, which he is homeless. I don't know where the cash is coming from unless it's that GoFundMe.
Could be.
They said a man who was stabbed to death after an argument in the Fish Hawk community has been identified by deputies. This was after a lawn care professional and postal worker got into an altercation, and the latter went postal.
Nice.
The United States Postal Service said in a statement, "We are shocked and saddened by this violence and have nothing more to add as it's currently under investigation." A man is behind bars after being charged with, this was a smoking gun, spaghetti a la battery. Marquel Royal and his wife were arguing about Royal's abuse of alcohol when the domestic dispute turned violent. He became irate and threw the bowl of spaghetti at his spouse of 9 years. The noodles struck the 44-year-old woman on the front of her body and stomach. This guy, I think, is hilarious. He's just not a great thief, but he's trying. And the way he's trying to make his thievery better is by Googling stuff. A 20-year-old man arrested last week for a Pensacola church burglary is now facing 5 more church burglary charges, which is weird because they list this off as if there is a specific charge that's maybe different because it's a church. Additional charges for Jeremy Lang include 5 church burglary charges, 5 criminal mischief charges, 3 larceny charges, and 1 motor vehicle burglary charge. He was first arrested last Tuesday on a charge of burglary, drug possession, obstructing justice, gun possession, and burglary tools possession. Now, they said officers searched Lang's cell phone and found this in his internet searches. How to cut a shirt into a mask. Where do church keep money?
What an idiot.
Do churches have safes with an apostrophe? And events where you raise money in Pensacola. He's really trying, guys. He's really trying.
But he went through with the robberies, right? So he got the information he was looking for.
He got some of that.
To Google's new AI algorithm.
Except for maybe, how to not get caught. That should be that next Google charge. And last but not least, a man is facing charges after police say he poses security to get into the Taylor Swift concert at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Ivan Mariotti, 44 years old, was arrested on charges of falsely impersonating an officer, which is weird because he was impersonating security, not necessarily a police officer, but it's the same charge. He was wearing a badge, and he said he'd been hired by 4 women to work as a security guard. He escorted the women to their seats and didn't have a ticket, but was working security, and that's how he got in. He provided the name of a company and identification, but the women said their aunt hired a driver for the concert, not a security guard, so they didn't know why he had a badge. He was listed as a rideshare driver and lived on Key Biscayne, arrested and booked into jail, and also being held on an immigration hold. Probably should have just stayed in the rideshare vehicle, but that's it for this week in Florida.
All right.
Thank you, C Lane. I like your glasses, Sabrina. You look nice.
My eyes are hurting.
Are they?
Yeah.
To help out with the screens?
Yeah. Or something is going wrong with my epidural, and I will address it later.
Do you even feel anything? Are you kind of like numb from that, or you don't have any?
No, I feel it. I feel a lot of soreness in the area in which the injection was placed. And also, let me tell you, iodine, the stuff they use to clean
iodine?
Stains pretty bad.
Yeah.
You can't get it off?
It took me scrubbing and alcohol, like actually rubbing alcohol to get, it was all over my neck, all over my chest, all over my back.
No.
And, with that, I wonder why can't you guys just do a really quick cleanup, or why do we have to put it all over my body if you're just using maybe the size
I'm sure there's a reason, right? There has to be.
Card.
Yeah, there's got to be a reason why they do that to begin with.
Well, to clean the area, but
Yeah.
everywhere.
Oh, that sucks.
Well, thanks for the
sorry to hear
glasses
that.
compliments. No,
you look nice.
worries.
Yeah, they look.
I appreciate it.
And I know we doing our jobs are constantly staring into 8,000 screens, so it can't be good for us. All the things that we do, people go, "Oh, you got the easiest job in the world. What are you guys doing over there?"
Shut up.
Yes, but
our senses are being diminished by the day.
I feel like on that episode of The Office where they talked about seasonal affective disorder and like it's a real risk
happening.
Whining about small problems, but okay. All
Isn't
right.
that just a big word for feeling bummed out?
Oh, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll get to the oldest living person in the United States is R.I.P. How old was Elizabeth Francis, and what can we learn from her in her 115 years on Earth? That, plus we'll check in, see if there's any other info on the Joe Rogan Trump interview that's happening in just a bit here today, and a lot more to talk about, including something that just happened at the Washington Post. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Something on your mind? Text us at 77031. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
Travel with caution and expect a bit of delays here. There's stop-and-go traffic due to an accident, partially blocking the off-ramp from State Road 408 westbound to I-4. Traffic is backed up from Bumby Avenue. There's an earlier accident on County Road 46A westbound at I-4. The left lane is partially blocked, and there's a lot of congestion on I-4 in the Champions Gate area. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know you could save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Those people are probably saving a carload of cash right now. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Folks, if you are a homeowner, you have the stresses of if something big breaks, you got to fix it. It's on you. Can't call on the landlord anymore. So you got to make sure you start collecting all the people who can help you out when something goes wrong in your house with, let's say, your electricity. You got the people you call. When something goes wrong with your plumbing, you call your plumber. When something goes wrong with your air conditioner, there is nobody better than Mills Air. Mills Air is a fantastic company that's going to help you out no matter what kind of AC you have. Mills Air is a company that strives to be honest and fair with you, and that way they win over a customer for life. And try them out. They'll do it. They'll win you over, I guarantee you. Their techs can service any brand out there. You don't worry about that. And Mills Air is a Carrier factory authorized dealer, meaning they can get you huge rebates if you get a new Carrier AC. You could always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you could always turn to family-owned and operated Mills Air. Give them a call, 407-277-1159. That's 407-277-1159, or find them online at millsair.com.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news. We offer HELOCs and home equity lines of credit with scores as low as 640. Find out if you're qualified today at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
With that mortgage guy, Don.com. Hey, everybody, Jim Colbert here for my friends over at Life Imaging FLA. It's October, Halloween's here. It's all about the fun and scary, but for some people, your health can be scary, and that, my friends, is why you want to make sure to schedule your free heart scan at Life Imaging FLA. You know, in the United States, a heart attack occurs about every 40 seconds. That is horrifying. That's the true scary. The ghosts and goblins inside your body are the bad ones. Make sure you take advantage of this free heart scan from Life Imaging FLA, and make sure you have none of that happening inside your body. There is no question that early detection saves lives, and when you consider that in 30 to 40% of heart attacks, the very first symptom that there's a problem is sudden death. So do what I did, my wife did, my in-laws did, and plenty of Central Floridians did. Get that free heart scan from Life Imaging FLA. There's just a few minimum requirements. It's a $699 value. And all you have to do is pick up your phone and dial pound 250, say the keyword free heart scan. That's right, pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, say the keyword free heart scan. You will be connected in seconds. Guys, make that call today. Make this the year you take care of your long-term health care. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto-dial text message from iHeartMedia.
Marijuana is scientifically proven to be safer than alcohol, but casual marijuana users are treated like dangerous criminals. It's time for a change, and law enforcement officers across Florida agree. Here's Bradford County Sheriff Gordon Smith with more.
Using marijuana doesn't make you a bad person, and it's time we stop ruining lives over it. I'm a Republican sheriff, and I'm voting yes on Amendment 3 for safe, tested, regulated marijuana for adults. Amendment 3 will get marijuana laced with Chinese fentanyl off our streets and save countless Florida lives. With more funding for law enforcement to crack down on the real criminal, it's time. Vote yes on Amendment 3.
Amendment 3, legal marijuana for adults, safe, regulated, lab tested, and from a store, not the street. Get the facts at yeson3.com.
Paid political advertisement paid for by Smart and Save Florida, 1400 Village Square Boulevard, suite number 3321, Tallahassee, Florida, 32312.
Mornings. Nope, not my thing. But when I imagine a McDonald's breakfast in my hand, suddenly the snooze button is out of the picture. Now for a limited time, the 2 for $5 mix and match breakfast deal includes the sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles, egg McMuffin, or the sausage McMuffin with egg. It's like a fist bump for breakfast that says, you've got this. It's time to gear up and seize the day. The breakfast hype is real. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Limited time only. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Single item at regular price.
What's better than air conditioning? A portable air conditioner you can take anywhere. Enter McDonald's. Their drinks always cool me down, so I call them air cup disheners. Air cup disheners come in all my favorites, like classic Coke, Sprite, Fanta, and of course, Southern style sweet tea. And they're incredibly cost effective. Any size is just $1.59 all day. Air drinks. And there are drinks from McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Coca-Cola, Fanta, and Sprite are registered trademarks of the Coca-Cola Company.
Mommy, want to play a game with me and Dad?
Mommy's not feeling good.
You need to vaporize that cold.
Vaporize?
Yeah, with DayQuil VapoCool. It's DayQuil plus a rush of Vicks vapors.
Whoa.
Come on, honey. Let's let Mommy rest.
You guys are amazing. And so is DayQuil VapoCool.
DayQuil VapoCool, the vaporizing daytime coughing, aching, fever, power through your day medicine. And to vaporize sore throat pain, try Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by crimeline.org. Give a tip anonymously.
A wicked good time is waiting for you now inside the free iHeart app, and it starts with commercial-free Halloween radio. It's the ultimate Halloween soundtrack for the season with spooky hits,
the Monster Man,
fun throwbacks, and all the essential Halloween anthems.
Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Check. C-H-E-C-K. Check. That's check. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. Good luck.
Radio, 104.1.
Three best friends diving into the deep end of internet culture.
From thenewsjunkie.com, and a woman in the news for a very interesting reason. She will be joining us here momentarily. And thank you to everybody who gives us the time, hangs out with us, watches the stream, listens on your favorite radio station. We love you. We appreciate you. Celine, you just had balloons go off on your camera.
I don't know what happened.
Yay, hooray. Balloons for you.
Just a little celebratory balloon effect flying by on Celine's camera there. That's the kind of stuff you can catch over here.
I think sometimes like the computer sees my facial hair and it's like his cheek is making a fist or a thumbs up or something. I don't know how it happens.
Somebody asked earlier in chat, how do you claim subscriptions when somebody gifts them? They'll show up right on top of the newsjunkie.com. You'll see like a whole thing there, and it says claim yours now when somebody does gift those. So you could do that over on the website at thenewsjunkie.com. I'm going to tell a story in 2 clips here. We'll start with this one. This is what started the story for us. Here we go.
A Texas woman is making history. At 114 years old, Elizabeth Francis is the oldest living person in the United States.
All right.
Just hours ago, Houston's former mayor tweeted these photos. Francis is now the 5th oldest living person in the world.
All right, that's how it started. And now we go over to today with a little bit of an update from, I think, 6 months later.
Oldest living person in America has died at the age of 115. Her name was Elizabeth Francis, and here she is during a celebration of her 111th birthday. Elizabeth was born in Louisiana and lived most of her life in Houston. She looks fabulous there with her little crown on. Her family says she was full of joy, always telling people to treat others as you would want to be treated. Elizabeth joked that she never smoked or drank.
Oh, man. Is that the secret to long life and living to 115 years old? No drinking, no smoking, she says.
From the looks of it, she spent the last 15 years in a hospital bed.
Yeah,
Is
she
it
hasn't
really
been
worth it?
All these videos that show her from once she's the oldest person in the world, she's all in bed in every single one of them. But she looked okay. She's not with us any longer, unfortunately. She says her longevity is due to her cooking from scratch. God, all these things are hard. Cooking from scratch, being close to family, and not smoking. I wonder how much that cooking from scratch really helps. None of these crappy preservatives that you get in all your foods. Everything's a little bit better for you. Maybe that could do it right there. Congrats to Elizabeth Francis, 115 years. She saw it all in her life. That reminds me of, there was a lady who was on some show that I saw a clip of this recently. I'll try to see if I can bring it up. But this woman was very, very old, and they asked her, what was the biggest change you've seen in your lifetime? And the woman just says, everything. Everything. This woman had come from a time when there was no electricity, and there was no power, and there was no phone, and there was no internet, and none of these things existed at that time. And she lived until the internet and all sorts of other crazy developments. So pretty wild experience. I can't find it. I had it saved somewhere. But yeah, it was a lady who was just like that, who got into her hundreds in terms of her age. You're going to have to, unfortunately. I can't find it. I did see this that I saved. It's so crazy to me how this seemingly came out of nowhere, but the popcorn buckets are everywhere now. All the big movies have popcorn buckets.
But Gladiator messed it up, man.
You don't like this one?
No. You're supposed to be able to possibly bang it, or at least be attracted to it.
No, you can see what this one looks like. It's like the Gladiator arena.
I'll tell you what, though. Went and saw Smile 2, and henceforth saw the trailer for Gladiator 2.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I didn't even see that, and I watched Smile 2.
It looks badass.
It's got the man who just refuses to age in Denzel Washington.
But he really does do a killer performance, and I can see that just in the trailer.
I don't buy these things, but people go nuts for these popcorn buckets. And this one, I don't know if you saw this, Sabrina, but it's not only a Coliseum. If you use your phone in an app, there's an AR where you can augmented reality people fight in the little Coliseum that they give.
That's cool.
You put your popcorn
But where do you
in.
put your penis?
In the side, maybe. You might have to drill out a little bit of a hole or something to make this happen. People everywhere collecting these. I don't know where we'll put these if we even had them over here anymore.
Put more popcorn in it. I really want the alien one.
No, but if you
Anyone
get
got it, please.
If you got 10 of these things, where are you keeping them? It takes up a lot of room.
Says the guy who is in a room full of knickknacks.
I like knickknacks, but
so
I
that
can't put those
a
on my shelf.
of knickknack popcorn buckets.
You would do that, but eventually you just have like a room full of popcorn buckets. I don't know if that would be as cool.
You start weeding them out for the movies you didn't like as much, and then you only have like your favorite movie popcorn bucket.
Yeah, this one's garbage. This one's garbage. Oh, man. Courtney is upset that because of all the political stuff, everybody's ignoring Halloween. Like, people aren't even talking about
My
Halloween.
girlfriend, too. Finally, this weekend, I'll be able to put up the Halloween decorations.
Uh-huh.
But it was like political stuff and hurricanes just kind of ruined Halloween. So I will not be surprised / hope that Halloween decorations will be up maybe for like a week more after it's over.
Yeah, because it's been sort of weird and pushed to the side. And this is such a big discussion in the media world that people are saying, like, The View is not dressing up in costumes this year.
Boring.
Because they don't want to be yelling about Trump and talking about the election in costumes.
It would be hilarious if they were.
It really would. Also, I'm bummed out that our live broadcast is not happening because I really, the costume I have planned, I think is still going to be very weird. if not in a Halloween setting.
Can you wear that costume to work?
I could wear it to work, but it's still going to be weird, man.
Wow, what is it? Is it something that could be offensive in some way?
No, it's just the way that the office is right now. I don't think a lot of people are going to be dressed up. And then I'm just like here in this room by myself, unless I'm going downstairs and running into people in the hallway. It's not the Halloween feeling we were going to have with broadcast.
Well, C-Lane's right behind you. He'll see your costume.
I bet
at
he's
his
not
studio.
dressing up.
Are you dressing up,
I plan
C-Lane?
on dressing up once I get a costume.
I'm dressing up. I got something. I don't know if it's good enough, though. Yeah, but I'm still dressing up for the show. Everybody's going to see it in the same way.
My Halloween costume will be revealed over the weekend.
Okay.
So, make sure you're following me on Instagram because I'll be posting there. And if
Is this something that you're reusing or you're only wearing on the show?
No. If it goes well on Sunday, I'll wear it for the show. If it does not, then I'm going to need a plan B.
So there's a test run this weekend on your Instagram account.
Yeah,
and then if that is a hit, then you'll repeat it on the show.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. I just think mine, I don't think it's good enough.
Planned
I'm really
so
second
long
guessing.
ago.
We just happened to be somewhere where we got it. We happened to be somewhere where we got it. And then when we went to Spirit, I go, maybe I can get something here. I don't know. I still might change it at the last minute. We'll see. Quick break. When we come back, we want to hear from you. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and send us a dispatch right now. Bootsy Moonshine said, I thought they were all broadcasting from Sean's house for Halloween. We have the ability to do that. I
don't know if we have the permission.
Yeah, there's been meetings about these things where they said, don't do this. Who knows what's going to happen, Bootsy? That's why you got to keep watching the show. Who knows? I don't know what's going to happen even. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we have some things to hit on. There's an insane thing that's happening in Los Angeles.
How you doing? What's your sign?
This weekend, it's the worst possible scenario playing out in LA. And somebody online wanted to make a point about groceries, and I think they missed the mark. We'll see. We'll dive into that together. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is
The Monsters in the Morning.
I'm really lucky that I have a comfortable relationship with my wife. Like, it's like, okay, yeah, let's get the wigs and shiny outfits out, and I feel totally comfortable wearing them.
Well, good. All right.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
Hey, this is Lincoln Kennedy. Here's what's trending on the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Direct Auto.
Matthew Stafford got his two-star receivers back and looked like vintage Matthew Stafford taking down Minnesota. He showed yet again when he's healthy and has the right pieces around him, he is a superstar quarterback. The resurgent Rams are now right back in the thick of the NFC race. This is a head coach quarterback league, and McVay and Stafford together are right up near the top. I'm Colin Cowherd.
Direct Auto Insurance is for uncompromisers. With a super low down payment to get started, you can stop compromising and keep driving. Get a free quote today at directauto.com. Down payments vary. National General Group, Winston-Salem.
Moments like my daughter telling me a new joke mean a lot to me. But after being diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer, or MBC, which is breast cancer that is spread to other parts of the body, they mean even more. I take Ibrance, palbociclib.
Ibrance 125 milligram tablets with an aromatase inhibitor is for adults with HR-positive, HER2-negative MBC as the first hormonal-based therapy. Ask your doctor about Ibrance and visit Ibrance.com. Ibrance may cause low white blood cell counts that may lead to serious infections. Ibrance may cause severe inflammation of the lungs. Both of these can lead to death. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including trouble breathing, shortness of breath, cough, or chest pain. Before taking Ibrance, tell your doctor if you have fever, chills, or other signs of infection, liver or kidney problems, are or plan to become pregnant, or are breastfeeding. Common side effects include low red blood cell and low platelet counts, infections, tiredness, nausea, sore mouth, abnormalities in liver blood tests, diarrhea, hair thinning or loss, vomiting, rash, and loss of appetite.
Mommy, want to play a game with me and Dad?
Mommy's not feeling good.
You need to vaporize that cold.
Vaporize?
Yeah, with DayQuil VapoCool. It's DayQuil plus a rush of Vicks vapors.
Whoa.
Come on, honey. Let's let Mommy rest.
You guys are amazing. And so is DayQuil VapoCool.
DayQuil VapoCool, the vaporizing daytime coughing, aching, fever, power through your day medicine. And to vaporize sore throat pain, try Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
You sailed beyond the horizon in search of an island scrubbed from every map. You battled krakens. You navigated through storms. Your spade struck the lid of a long-lost treasure chest. While you cooked up a lasagna. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover best-selling adventure stories on Audible.
What's the best place to reach new customers for your business? Wherever they are. And that's exactly where you can be with iHeartMedia. We talk to our listeners everywhere, from the car to the gym to the kitchen. Your next customer is listening. And not only can we get your message to your audience, we can also show you how it's working in real time. That goes for broad brand messaging and targeted hyperlocal influencer campaigns alike. Start growing your business today at iHeartAdvertising.com. That's iHeartAdvertising.com.
Orlando City continues their playoff campaign on the road in North Carolina to take on Charlotte FC on November 1st at 7:30 p.m. Join us for a watch party presented by Heineken Silver at Sports and Social located off International Drive starting at 6:30, or tune in on Real Radio 104.1 and watch on any device on the Apple TV app. Don't forget to tune in an hour before the match at 6:30 to catch Kickoff Minus 60 airing exclusively on the Lion Nation app. Vamos, Orlando.
We all think about buying a house instead of renting, right? But did you ever realize you're renting your electricity every single month? Yep, overpaying the power company and watching prices rise every year. This year alone, prices have jumped over 10%. Isn't it time you own your own power with Solar Source? I started with my pool heater going solar, and now I'm thrilled with Solar Source's pay-as-you-go system where I can save each month starting at only $99. Now, Solar Source isn't new to this game. They've been in business for nearly 40 years with the same phone number since 1984 and over 60,000 installations right here in Central Florida. They are the company I trust. Are you ready to stop renting your electricity? Switch to Solar Source today and start owning your own power. Switch to Solar Source today by going to solarsource.com/monster. Honestly, going Solar Source has been the best thing we've done all year. I absolutely love the company, and you save more money when you tell them you know Russ Rollins. That's solarsource.com/monsters.
Help keep our community safe and healthy during National Prescription Drug Take-Back Day, October 26th. Find a collection site near you at deatakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent drug misuse before it starts.
Don Jr. here, guys. Are you receiving letters from the IRS claiming you owe back taxes? As penalties and interest fees pile up, the IRS gives you no clear path to resolution. Don't speak to them on your own. They are not your friends. To reach a team of licensed tax professionals that can help you reduce, settle, and resolve your tax matters, go to tnusa.com and check them out.
Solve your tax problems today. Call 1-800-780-8888 or visit tnusa.com. That's 1-800-780-8888.
Spooky hits, commercial free. That's Halloween Radio on the free iHeart app. This spooky station is filled with non-stop Halloween hits. Open the free iHeart app, search Halloween Radio, and listen now. We never sounded so good.
With cybersecurity awareness. LifeLock alerts you to more uses of your personal info and fixes identity theft issues that arise. Start your 30-day free trial at LifeLock.com. Use my name as your promo code, Clay.
Time with family, laughs with friends, and cash back? Discover's got you covered on the last one. That's because Discover doubles all the cash back you've earned on your credit card at the end of your first year with Cash Back Match. See terms at discover.com/credit card.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
The show that takes you from Skywall summer to Jack Rocket fall.
Secret show. You can unlock secret shows at thenewsjunkie.com. A new one goes up about 5 o'clock this afternoon, so you can dive into the latest uncensored show.
Great. Everything went swimmingly.
Nothing went wrong at all.
Oh, man.
I didn't show my weird elbow. It wasn't all sorts of things. And with update to the website, friends, you can not only give subscriptions to random users or specific users if you want to do that, but when you gift a subscription, you get a magnet. So I'm going to be processing those on the weekends. And there's a ton of new ones, obviously, from people trying this out and seeing what impact it has when we're streaming, which is kind of fun. But I'll get all those processed and sent this weekend. If you gift 5 subs, you get 5 magnets for Game of Magnets. That's the way it works. If you subscribe to Secret Shows, right when you're done with your subscription, it says claim your magnet, and you fill it out. All of those people, that is going to be going out this weekend, as will all of the shirts. The latest merch drop completely going out, and you will get yours next week. So there you go. That's all handled. We got jury duty right now, so let's just jump into it. Let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass. You're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
Suitcase murder trial is pretty enthralling, and we may be headed to the jury very, very soon here. Here are the details you need to know in just a moment. First, jury duty brought to you by Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. He's a good guy and an amazing attorney. 866-CALL-MO, 866-CALL-MO, or go to justcallmo.com. After an accident, you know as well as I do, there's so many options out there. All these attorneys screaming at you, big checks everywhere. But if you want to get the attorney who's going to listen to you, fight for you, and get you what you deserve, that's Mo DeWitt. You know him. You love him. Call him after an accident. 866-CALL-MO, or go to justcallmo.com. All right, Sarah Boone has been on trial all week long. Second-degree murder charges after her boyfriend, George Torres Jr., was found dead inside a suitcase. We talked about how they had her come up and show how she unzipped the suitcase.
Yes.
And then we saw the actual suitcase that the guy died in, which was so eerie.
By a show of hands, and I'm already raising mine. Have either of you spoken to your lovely ladies about trying it out at home?
No.
No. Nicole and I were just like, just to see, because
what a trust exercise.
It is. I'm like, let's see if we could fit into it. Now, the suitcase that I have that I believe we could fit into is right in the middle zip, where you have 2, even compartments.
Yeah.
What I found the most interesting about this with Sarah Boone, and I did not know it until we were watching the trial, was that it's one of those, like, the top is unzipped and you have like where you put the undergarments, and then it's kind of a deeper cave area.
It's a full-size suitcase.
It
it's
is.
like the taller ones.
But she flipped it over, and that's where I believe was the issue. Like, he probably could have gotten out if it was right side up. But the fact that she turned it upside down, where the smaller, like, door part of it was on the ground, made it nearly impossible to open up. Plus, she took a bat to his hands.
Yes. Yeah, that happened too.
So you guys are not going to try it this weekend.
Just for the record, let's be real. C-Lane and I ain't fitting in a suitcase.
I do not possess the suitcase that can carry me.
Is it messed up if we do try it, though, and, like,
I don't think so.
And you kill your girlfriend?
No, I'm going to go in first.
I think it will be a good video that has some potential, but
Or like how to escape from one,
No, but no matter how comfortable you are with the person that you're doing this test with, you still think in the back of your mind, you're like,
what if she doesn't?
What if I do get left in the suitcase?
I'm bringing my phone with me. All right.
This could be really bad. What would happen there? All right, let's check in, because Fox 35 had some updates on what was happening in this Sarah Boone trial. Something to do with a birth certificate, I think. Let me see.
118, 16 seconds on June 2nd.
Oh, I got to be careful.
Owner to Mom Jorge. I beat you to the punch. One, do the dartboard with me. Come.
What?
This is the text back and forth.
I know you won't answer, Mo. Tell him to come finish the dartboard with me, please.
These are just text messages from her to some other people. And I guess these are with her boyfriend. There's a lot of fighting on here and different stuff. I I need a super hug. Hugs, please.
This is with the mom?
Yeah,
after she just killed her son?
It says on here at some point she sent a photo of his birth certificate that she ripped up to somebody else. But I don't know at which point in the video it actually is. Oh, here it is right here. Okay, hang on. Let's get to this part here.
The date taken 6/2/2019, 6:33 p.m.
I think they're zoomed in. Right there. All right, so there's his birth certificate.
She ripped up his birth certificate and sent a picture to somebody?
I think so. Let's see who'd she send it to.
They need to have a production.
6:34 p.m., 51 seconds, June 2nd, 2000.
Yeah, she sent it to somebody. Look what you made me do.
This is an admission of guilt, is it not?
I don't know. To me, it says.
Wild
when did she kill him? Do we have a date on that of when the actual death was? Because I don't have that in front of me.
Sarah Boone.
Yeah, because these text messages are from the 2nd of June, 2019. And so maybe, I think it might
December
be
between... 23rd? No.
This might have been beforehand. This could have been in previous arguments where she ripped up his birth certificate because she was angry with him.
Crazy thing, there are multiple Sarah Boones for murder.
Are there really?
The last 20 years.
This woman is going to have a real hard time not getting a guilty verdict out of this jury. The jury has seen that she's a callous woman. They've seen the videos of her. She videotaped him screaming, begging for his life in the suitcase.
February 24, 2020, she called 911 and told them that her boyfriend was dead. So February 23rd?
Mm-hmm.
It was the night before, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So that was the date that she murdered him.
Yes, yeah. So those text messages were before that then, I guess, because those were from June of 2019. Let's see. The other thing I wanted to see was, I guess she said she was very satisfied with her defense.
Ms. Boone, I have a couple of questions to go over with you, ma'am. You've been previously sworn this morning.
It's important for
your
appeals.
attorney has indicated that all of the evidence and testimony of all witnesses in your case have been presented to the jury, with the exception of the 2 no contact orders pre-marked as AB from June 16, 2019, and the no contact order of June 19, 2019, pre-marked as AC, which once the jury comes back in, he will enter into evidence and produce them to the jury.
I swear to you, this judge is doing all of this stuff very purposefully. He's trying to be as nice to her as possible. He's trying to rule in her favor as much as possible because he thinks that this is going to be a guilty verdict and he doesn't want there to be chances for appeal. I feel like that is what the judge is doing.
They're viewing. Are there any witnesses that you wanted to call that your attorney failed to call?
No.
Is there any evidence that you wanted your attorney to present that any of them failed to present?
No.
Are you satisfied with all of your attorneys up and until this point?
Very.
Is there anything that you would like to bring to my attention at this time?
This is not protocol for every case like this?
No, they do this. They absolutely do this. But why they're doing it, why he's being so nice and is trying to be extra friendly is because I can tell that he wants to make this case as appeal-proof as he possibly can. And the interesting thing there is that she's saying, I'm very satisfied. This is a woman who lost more lawyers than I can count in the run-up to this trial. They keep saying this woman
she
is
had to
nuts.
make sure she went through the bad ones to get the right one.
Yeah.
Maybe she's just a genius.
Right before this one that is representing her right now, she was going to do it herself, which I believe would have been such an insane trial, too.
Oh, that would have been so interesting. Yeah. But this is better in the long run for all parties. So now the closing arguments are underway as far as I can tell right now. And then they're going to send this over to the jury to determine whether or not she's guilty. But will they find her guilty or will the abuse excuse work here? Will the jury go, you know what? We think that she had reason to not like this guy, maybe want him dead. We don't feel too bad for him. That's the interesting thing that we're going to be waiting for in that verdict, which will be next week on the show, I believe, at some point in time. I really think we're going to get that next week. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll get to something that just came out of the Washington Post, a decision that they've made that is highly controversial. And I want to see what you think about it. And we'll see if we have learned anything more about Joe Rogan and Trump, the battle between those two, the interview happening at any moment now. We'll get to that. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
Watch out for an accident on Colonial Drive eastbound at Avalon Park Boulevard. The right turn lane is blocked there. The off-ramp from State Road 408 westbound to I-4 westbound, mile marker 10, that is partially blocked. Traffic is backed up from Mills Avenue. And just keep in mind, move over and slow down if you see police activity on the roadways. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Check engine light got you spooked? Drive into Valvoline Instant Oil Change today. No appointment needed. Get a friendly expert oil change from their team in about 15 minutes. They're quick, but never rushed. Visit VIOC.com for up to $15 off your next oil change.
Sunnyside Air Conditioning.
Oh, hi. My air conditioner is blowing hot.
For air conditioners making a funny noise, press 1.
No, it's...
Try to listen to the whole message before making a selection.
Sorry.
For air conditioners blowing cold, but not quite cold enough, press 2.
No, it's blowing hot.
I haven't gotten to that one yet.
Well, can we speed this up?
Don't get grumpy with me, or I'll take you back to the main menu.
No, anything but that. Please don't send me back to the main menu.
Fine, but I'm watching you.
Bet if I'd called Frank Gay, I'd already be getting my problem solved.
But you didn't call Frank Gay. So, what do we do now?
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When your air conditioner is blowing hot, you need a solution now. A helpful operator to guide you, all your options explained, and your problem fixed fast. That's the Frank Gay way.
If you're ready to pull your hair out, press 7.
Ah!
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Mommy, want to play a game with me and Dad?
Mommy's not feeling good.
You need to vaporize that cold.
Vaporize?
Yeah, with DayQuil VapoCool. It's DayQuil plus a rush of Vicks vapors.
Whoa.
Come on, honey. Let's let Mommy rest.
You guys are amazing. And so is DayQuil VapoCool.
DayQuil VapoCool, the vaporizing daytime coughing, aching, fever, power through your day medicine. And to vaporize sore throat pain, try Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
With Cybersecurity Awareness Month winding down, LifeLock wants to remind you to update your software. These updates are used to patch up security issues that identity thieves can exploit to gain access to your personal info. But for comprehensive identity theft protection, there's LifeLock. LifeLock alerts you to more uses of your personal info and fixes identity theft issues that arise. Start your 30-day free trial at LifeLock.com. Use my name as your promo code, Clay.
Hey, welcome to Total Wireless. How can I help you?
Oh, my phone is panicking. It thinks I'm trading it in.
No worries. At Total Wireless, you get 50% off the Total 5G Unlimited plan when you keep your phone.
Really? 50% off and I get to keep my phone? Wow.
Yep, that's as low as $25 per month for one line when you sign up for AutoPay.
Visit your Total Wireless store today. Restrictions apply. Compatible device required. Available exclusively online and in Total Wireless retail stores.
Mornings. Nope, not my thing. But when I imagine a McDonald's breakfast in my hand, suddenly the snooze button is out of the picture. Now for a limited time, the 2 for $5 mix and match breakfast deal includes the sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles, egg McMuffin, or the sausage McMuffin with egg. It's like a fist bump for breakfast that says, you've got this. It's time to gear up and seize the day. The breakfast hype is real. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Limited time only. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Single item at regular price.
What's better than air conditioning? A portable air conditioner you can take anywhere. Enter McDonald's. Their drinks always cool me down, so I call them Air Cup-ditioners. Air Cup-ditioners come in all my favorites, like classic Coke, Sprite, Fanta, and of course, Southern-style sweet tea. And they're incredibly cost-effective. Any size is just $1.59 all day. Air drinks. And they're drinks from McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Coca-Cola, Fanta, and Sprite are registered trademarks of the Coca-Cola Company.
Join Jim Colbert on The Jim Colbert Show for his Cigar of the Week segment every Friday afternoon at 3:45. You can pick up these featured cigars at all 3 Corona Cigar Company locations, Dr. Phillips, Heathrow, and downtown. Learn more at coronacigar.com.
It's always a good time for donuts, so indulge in Shipley Donuts. Fresh-made donuts in delicious flavors from classic glaze to the Oreo cookie top treats, crafted with quality ingredients. Catering and online ordering is available. Visit Shipley Donuts, now open in Orlando on South Cimarron Boulevard.
This Earful of Real Radio is sponsored by Wassey's Meat Market, the best place to buy a big green egg.
We want you to be like Justin, because Justin won $1,000 listening to Real Radio.
I've been trying for so long. This is epic.
Epic indeed, Justin. Epic indeed. What were you doing when you heard the keyword?
Pressure washing a deck area.
Well, Justin, now it looks like you can pay somebody to do that for you.
I'm Justin from Orlando, and I just won $1,000 listening to Real Radio 104.1.
Be like Justin. Listen for the keywords, enter on our website at realradio.fm, and then answer your phone when you get the call. Pressure washing offense not required. This contest presented locally by Mills Air.
Mills Air, been in business since 1992. That's over 30 years. Carrier factory authorized dealer. Rebates up to $1,275 for brand new Carrier units. Turn to the experts. Carrier. And you can always turn to the experts at millsair.com.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, CASH. C-A-S-H. Cash. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
A safe haven of sorts for all of the 95%ers. This is
for being part of the show. Thank you for hanging out with us. We're glad to be here with you. You can learn more over at thenewsjunkie.com right now. Do me a favor, if you have just a moment of your time, it's free for you to do. Go subscribe to the channel over on YouTube. That way you can watch along with the show and you can tune in right to these studios. Full HD production, all the switching and stuff you could imagine. It's right there at youtube.com/thenewsjunkie with an IE, The News Junkie. Or you can find the links on thenewsjunkie.com if you forget. It's kind of interesting to watch because everything in 2024 goes from here's an announcement of a thing happening to conspiracy.
Facebook, Instagram,
conspiracy. Celine, I know you got your conspiracy person that you see many times on social media.
Delicious.
Have they gone for the McDonald's MAGA conspiracy thing?
No.
Because there's
more.
People are like, this outbreak at McDonald's is fake. It's a false flag. It's not the real deal.
Because Trump was just there?
Because Trump, his campaign stop there was a success, and they're thinking that this is politically motivated, be against McDonald's.
So not only can these leftards control hurricanes, but they can also have widespread, what was it again? I almost said Ebola.
No, E. coli.
E. coli. Yeah. E. coli.
Yeah. They control the CDC. That's why. They control the CDC. Those corrupt bastards at the CDC are such monsters that they're faking this whole thing because McDonald's was attached to Trump there for a hot second. It's now up to almost 80 cases, and in all the cases where somebody ends up having E. coli, they do the background check. They go, what are all the things you've eaten for the past week? And every one of them has McDonald's in the mix, and then they end up with the quarter pounders in the mix.
Here's the thing, though. McDonald's got that particular meat, right?
Mm-hmm.
Delivery.
Yep.
But who's this? There has to be other places.
Yes.
It's not. This meat was not just made for McDonald's.
No.
So
no. What's
nothing
crazy?
else come up?
What's crazy right now is Taco Bell, Pizza Hut, KFC, Burger King, McDonald's. They're all pulling the onions from their menus. So if you're going to one of these fast food places,
Maybe
Yeah,
that's what saved me. I got no onions in my quarter pounder, and it was that was the week that everyone got it.
Could have been. That's what they believe it was. They think it was the onions because the burgers. I forgot what temp they make them at, but Sealand, it's the correct thing to say that they cook the burgers at such a temp you wouldn't get E. coli.
Yeah, you don't get you can't get like a medium.
How do you get E. coli from onions?
The onions are raw. And so it just ends up in the system. I forgot how this works, but I think E. coli is like, let's say there's a cattle farm downstream from where the farm is, where the onions are growing. If the fecal matter gets into the water that feeds into it, something like that is how it works. I don't remember exactly.
So then that would mean that the quarter pounder is the only thing that they serve with onions on it?
I don't know if that's true or not.
The Big Mac uses the rehydrated onion, the minced onions. It's a different onion product.
Oh.
Yeah,
and onto something, man.
And some of the other ones have cooked onions, not totally raw onions like the quarter pounder.
I think that's what those are the ones I'm talking about. Like they're minced and my mom used to call them dehydrated, but I think they might have been like rehydrated or cooked or something like that.
They're good too. And I guarantee you, if you were at McDonald's corporate right now, their sales of quarter pounders have to be plummeting. This says E. coli is a bacteria that lives in the intestines of animals like cattle, poultry, and deer. If produce comes in contact with feces from infected animals, it can become contaminated. This can happen during growing or harvesting of the produce. So it's basically cow poop usually, or some sort of poop on the vegetables that you end up eating that leads to this.
Not a conspiracy theory, because I've seen footage of it, but a new trend. And I think maybe Jackson, happy early birthday, he might be too old, but apparently if you moo at an infant, it makes them cry.
Okay. Just the act of mooing like a cow?
I saw it was a compilation of 10 different parents mooing at their babies, and they could be laughing.
I'm willing to give it a try.
As soon as the moo happened, full-blown crying. Isn't that something?
Sealand's not above experimenting with stuff
I tried the thing where...
With the cheese?
Yeah, the cheese. That didn't work.
I've always wanted to do that. It might be one of my top reasons to have a baby, is just so I could
to throw cheese at it?
Yeah.
And then I accidentally did that to Lexi the other day because I was trying to give her a piece of cheese, and she didn't catch it quite, and so just landed on her face.
Oh
man.
Sweet Lexi.
Well, one thing that's easy to forget right now in the midst of all this election stuff is we had a whole swap out, right? Biden was going to be the guy, and he was going to be going up against Trump here right now during this election. But he got a little Mr. Magoo on us, and the Democrats said, all right, it's time to put some pressure on. And Biden ended up saying, I'm going to do what's right for my country. I'm going to step down. And Kamala Harris gets the baton, and now she gets a shot at the election. If Biden was still the person running, Trump will be winning by 20 points. I think Trump would be so far ahead of Biden, it wouldn't even be close. And it's because stuff like this keeps on happening. This is from, I think, today.
Indian River community, the Gila, nothing wrong with me. Gila River Indian community.
When you stop in the middle of your sentence and say, nothing wrong with me, it seems a little like you're defending somebody who didn't even say anything.
He said it sarcastically, too, which means there's probably something wrong with him.
I thought it was a good little joke. Thank you.
Nothing wrong with me.
Indian River community, the Gila, nothing wrong with me. Gila River Indian.
Ooh, buddy, it would be a landslide if that dude was still in there.
Part of his, I imagine, mental space is I just got to ride this sucker out.
I have cruise control right now.
Let's just go.
I wonder if he's packing his stuff up early. Like if he's getting all his stuff ready and packed out of the White House, he's forget it. See you later.
Why not?
What do I need to wait around here for?
Enjoy your last, 10, 20.
Oh, you're being generous. I don't even know.
Please. Jim, Carter is 101 or 100.
Jimmy Carter is a different story. That man, I don't know if it's a peanut farmer thing. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's all the houses he built for Habitat Humanity.
Oh, did we get our guy today? Usually there's somebody in the chat that just shows up once a day this week and just says, rip Jimmy Carter, and he's not dead.
It's almost gotten me once. Yeah, once or twice. I look down and go, what? I'm not that dumb, folks. I'm going to search for the thing you say before I say it out over the air, unless it was something really obscure. Like if somebody said, I'm trying to think of something. If you said, no, it's not obscure enough. Joe Exotic wouldn't be obscure enough.
Also, one of my favorite trends is people telling their parents
That somebody dying?
They're like, "Oh my God, Celine Dion dead, 50." And you haven't seen this, Sean?
No, I haven't seen it at all.
So funny.
Oh, that's mean.
And the reaction, and just the most random, but their parents love them for some reason.
Yeah, and then you get to bring them back to life.
Yeah.
You get to bring the person back to life and inform them.
No, tell me the truth. What link? Send me the link.
Oh, we're going to get to your dispatches in just a moment here, but I wanted to talk about something
Something's wrong with me.
This just happened with the Los Angeles Times and the Washington Post. What's wrong with you? What's the matter?
I just told you about these, what I think are hilarious, entertaining trends. And they're kind of,
I think that's funny.
They're kind of mean to babies and old people.
Who cares about being mean to old people or babies? It's the people in between that matter. When you're a baby,
I mean, if I can't be mean to old people or babies, tomorrow's going to be really boring.
What are you going to do? For God's sake. When you're a baby, as long as it's not really scarring, you're never going to remember it. It's not going to stick with you. So Jackson won't know that C-Lane flung a piece of cheese at his face.
See, okay, but I have, and
It will when it goes viral.
I think that maybe like 40 years ago, this would have been what you just said is a very valid argument, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I have like a new fear unlocked, and that is, you know, the show Upload.
Yeah.
All right.
Amazon show.
And so they have their whole conscious uploaded to this, you know, this afterlife where their mind kind of lives. One of the things they could do is go to this little salon, this little parlor where they can watch their old memories and they can like rewind and watch through different stuff in their life, you know, fun memories with family. And I go, if that is ever even remotely possible, Jackson would be able to just access random things. And it's like, what is he doing on the couch there? What's he looking at on his computer?
How many people is he going to FaceTime on the toilet?
Fast forward to Dylan watching the clip of me throwing water on him on the trampoline over and over and over.
Hilarious.
Just really did some damage to the kid.
Can we download that and have like an animated GIF?
All right. So the Los Angeles Times did this, and people freaked out, and they said, I'm unsubscribing. I will refuse to subscribe to a paper that would do this. And now the Washington Post is doing the same thing. Here's the news. For the first time in 36 years, the Washington Post editorial board is not going to be endorsing a candidate for president. Here's why. They said the Washington Post will not be making an endorsement of a presidential candidate in this election, nor in any future presidential election. We are returning to our roots of not endorsing presidential candidates.
Oh, is that so?
We recognize that this will be read in a range of ways, including as a tacit endorsement of one candidate, or as a condemnation of another, or as an abdication of responsibility. That is inevitable. We don't see it that way. We see it as consistent with the values the Post has always stood by and for, and we hope for this in a leader. Character and courage to service the American ethic. Veneration for the rule of law and respect for human freedom in all its aspects. We also see it as a statement in support of our readers' ability to make up their own minds on this. The most consequential of Americans' decisions, whom to vote for as the next president. So the Washington Post joining the LA Times and saying, we're not going to endorse somebody. So on one hand, I go, well, I think this is okay if they do this, but I feel like they're doing it to give this appearance that they don't have somebody they're rooting for. And who are we kidding? Like the LA Times staff? What is there, one Republican in that building? The Washington Post staff, maybe a handful of Republicans who work for this establishment. Everybody knows who most of the people at the newspaper want for president. That's not something that you would be confused by.
Truth of the matter is, like, it should be, you know, unbiased, not leaning in any direction, giving of the news. But then again, we got a paywall to get to the good stuff. That's what's so, like, I think that they're going very high and mighty with this. When you've put 10 days before the election, now you're going to say this after all the news you've already put out and made people pay for it to get?
36 years ago, would have been, 24, 12, 1988. So who was the election in 1988 that made them say, we've got to weigh in on this? Who was the 88 election? George W. Bush? Or George H.W. Bush, maybe? Or Clinton?
Yeah. Bush and Dukakis.
So they must have thought that was so important that they had to change their strategy and say, here's who we are going to vote for president, or who we think you should vote for. It's always done as an op-ed from the editorial board, but they just want to not do it, to pretend like they're just going to be fair and balanced. I wish we had more fair and decent news outlets, but the business model has pushed everything into the opposite. So the New York Times, or even the LA Times, I'll use them, that's a good example. The LA Times had a giant spike in people who unsubscribed from their service because they didn't endorse Kamala Harris. So what happens there? It's called audience capture.
And those are also people that are still subscribed to them. Where a lot of people, you're seeing this age of getting your news from someone who posted it on social media.
Oh, young people for sure. But these are Gen X and older people that subscribe to these newspapers. And what do? You trap a place. You say there's no way out. You must endorse our candidate and feed me my political ideology. Just shove it down my throat, or I'll unsubscribe. That's what the problem is, I think. You end up getting captured by your own audience. What do you think? Let us know. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Send us a dispatch right now. Back in just a moment. I want to talk about the grocery thing. Well,
I don't want to talk about that.
Did you hear that whistle? That was incredible.
Let's see. You have in the groceries.
That was so much louder than I thought it might be.
Make sure to hit the brakes.
This is something that has 15 million views on Twitter, and I want to fight about it a little bit.
Who are they voting for?
We'll talk about this. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
The roadways are getting a bit busy this afternoon. A couple accidents to keep an eye out for here. I-4 eastbound at State Road 536. The left lane is blocked there. Colonial Drive eastbound at Avalon Park Boulevard. Authorities are clearing up an accident on the Beach Line eastbound near Orange Ave Toll Plaza. And just keep in mind, move over and slow down if you see police activity on the roadways. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Audible. Get immersed in new worlds and ideas with Audible. Explore an incredible selection of audiobooks, podcasts, and originals, all in one easy app. There's more to imagine when you listen. Sign up for a free trial at audible.com.
Let me tell you about my friend, that mortgage guy, Don. He's a part of the Real Radio family, and that means he's taking care of your family. A stand-up guy who's looking out for you. And when you're making big life decisions like refinancing, buying your first dream home, doing some debt consolidation, well, you want to work with someone who has your best interest in mind. And that's that mortgage guy, Don. Get the process today and get peace of mind right there at your fingertips by going to thatmortgaguyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with that mortgage guy, Don.com.
If you missed our 2024 iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One.
Las Vegas, make some noise!
Watch the best moments exclusively on Hulu right now.
All right, you guys are out for a party, I can tell.
See the biggest festival headliners from around the world assembled on one stage on one show.
This iHeart energy is so incredible.
See it all at our 2024 iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One.
Streaming only on Hulu right now.
As a founding partner of iHeart Women's Sports Network, Capital One wants to help you hear more about today's top female athletes. Learn more about your favorite teams and keep more money in your wallet with no fees or minimums on checking accounts and no overdraft fees. Just ask the Capital One bank guy. It's pretty much all he talks about. In a good way. Capital One, what's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One, N.A. member FDIC.
You've got so many chances to win big on Hard Rock Bet. Even a small bet can bring in that serious cash. All you need is $1 and a dream.
Unbelievable. They've hit the parlay. Let's go!
Big payouts for every kind of player.
Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us.
Get up to $100 back if your first bet doesn't win. Payable and bonus bet up to $100, not a cash offer. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
These days, everything in Orlando costs more. But a single line at Verizon doesn't. Get one line for as low as $50 per month when you switch and bring your phone. So, while coffee is definitely costing more, here at Verizon, you can save. And dinner for two has gotten pricey. Verizon, less pricey. Kissimmee rent, that's not coming down. But Verizon, down. One line for just $50 a month. That designer Golden Doodle, so much more. But Verizon, a fair bit less. Even a good old tried and true hamburger will cost you more. But with Verizon, the same tried and true service is now just $50 per month for a single line on unlimited welcome with autopay plus taxes and fees. Point is, in a world that is always costing more, you can get more for less right now at an Orlando Verizon store. $15 promo credits applied over 36 months with a new line on unlimited welcome. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G, 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Additional terms apply.
Help keep our community safe and healthy during National Prescription Drug Takeback Day, October 26th. Find a collection site near you at DEATakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent drug misuse before it starts.
What's the best place to reach new customers for your business? Wherever they are. And that's exactly where you can be with iHeartMedia. We talk to our listeners everywhere, from the car to the gym to the kitchen. Your next customer is listening. And not only can we get your message to your audience, we can also show you how it's working in real time. That goes for broad brand messaging and targeted hyperlocal influencer campaigns alike. Start growing your business today by calling 844-GET-MY-AD. That's 844-GET-MY-AD.
Moments like my daughter telling me a new joke mean a lot to me. But after being diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer, or MBC, which is breast cancer that is spread to other parts of the body, they mean even more. I take Ibrance, palbociclib.
Ibrance 125 milligram tablets with an aromatase inhibitor is for adults with HR-positive, HER2-negative MBC as the first hormonal-based therapy. Ask your doctor about Ibrance and visit Ibrance.com. Ibrance may cause low white blood cell counts that may lead to serious infections. Ibrance may cause severe inflammation of the lungs. Both of these can lead to death. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including trouble breathing, shortness of breath, cough, or chest pain. Before taking Ibrance, tell your doctor if you have fever, chills, or other signs of infection, liver or kidney problems, are or plan to become pregnant, or are breastfeeding. Common side effects include low red blood cell and low platelet counts, infections, tiredness, nausea, sore mouth, abnormalities in liver blood tests, diarrhea, hair thinning or loss, vomiting, rash, and loss of appetite.
Headquarter Hyundai will do whatever it takes to get you into a new Hyundai. Get our lowest price guarantee. Drive home today in a new Hyundai. Payments starting as low as $99 per month. That's right, only $99 a month. Plus, get up to $5,000 more for your trade. Headquarter Hyundai. We'll do whatever it takes. See all our specials online at headquarterhyundai.com. 36-month lease payments starting at $99 with approved credit. Trade allowance calculated on KBB Fair Trade Value. See dealer for details.
Help DEA keep our community safe and healthy by participating in National Prescription Drug Takeback Day, Saturday, October 26th. Take action right in your own home by cleaning out your medicine cabinet of unneeded medications. Keep them safe, clean them out, take them back. Find a collection site near you at DEATakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent prescription drug misuse before it starts. That's DEATakeback.com.
I'm Julian Edelman.
I'm Rob Gronkowski.
Welcome to Dudes on Dudes. We're going to highlight players, and we're just going to sit here and talk about them. And we'll get into the types of dudes. Is Randy Moss a stud or a freak? Is Tom Brady a dog or a dude's dude?
We're going to find out, Jules. New episodes drop every Thursday during the NFL season.
Listen to Dudes on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Dudes on Dudes to start listening.
0% interest. It's the model year-end event now at Sutherland Nissan Orlando.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, CASH, CASH. cash. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Real Radio 104.1.
The most viral newsroom on the planet is still humming along. This
New episode of Uncensored Secret Shows. Unlock secret shows right now at thenewsjunkie.com. Also,
MFQ says, is Sean Watson a stud or a freak? Well, we're going to find out, Jules.
No, just freak. Just put down freak. I don't know. No way I qualify as a stud. It's not going to happen, all right? Tips at thenewsjunkie.com. Bunch of stuff to go over. Grab bag segment here. And some interesting news that just trickled in. We'll get to that in one moment. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com. Freddie emails. He says, TNJ, this seems to be a great idea / app, but the marketing is questionable. Just a quick idea where this would be useful. How about in a think tank where a world-changing idea is being talked about or demonstrated and you don't want any leaks to the competition? Just saying. And he sends me a link to a story about a digital condom non-consensual recording. See if you can find out this story here because I only have the link printed. Just look up digital condom from the Daily Mail. And he says some sort of app where I guess it protects you from other people recording you. We'll have Celine bring that up.
We've talked about this before.
I don't. This isn't familiar to me, but maybe we have.
I sent it to the group chat, the link right here.
Oh, did you? Okay, hang on. Let me bring this up so we can get a little deeper into what he's discussing here.
With consent, of course.
Oh, here it is. Okay. Digital condom is released for Gen Z to help prevent non-consensual recording during sex, which, of course, is a bad thing. It says developers say Candom, it's the Candom app, is easy to use as a regular condom.
No. Candom is already a real thing, and that was a condom-like roll-on koozie for your beer can.
Was it?
They
really?
already have the name Candom.
This says 1 in 14 adults in England have experienced threats to share their intimate images without their consent. Now, a brand, Billy Boy, has partnered with an agency to invent a first-of-its-kind digital condom to prevent non-consensual recording during sex.
Well, this is only half the battle. I mean, I still think it's a good thing, depending on how it works. But
all right.
The thing that you just described, people being threatened to share intimate images without their consent doesn't necessarily mean it was recorded or taken without their consent. That it's the sharing without their consent that they're concerned about. It's the sending of nudes that kind of brought this up in the first place. This thing is more like, hey, you're having sex with somebody and you're not telling them that they're being recorded.
Yeah, but you just push a button and it makes it so your phone can't record anything? Is that what happens with this? Because I'm looking at it. Look, this is what the screen looks like on the app. And it looks like you just hit a button and it kind of guarantees, hey, no video or audio is going to be recording on this phone while this is activated right now.
There's an easy way. Instead of downloading app, it's like
turn it off.
Phones out of the room.
Yeah, that's true. Or because it seems odd to go, okay, we're about to fool around here. Now, everybody take their phone out and let's put it. It just seems weird that you're going to operate this app and assure each other that nobody's recording. Yeah. It's kind of strange, but maybe you want this. Let us know what you think. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and send us a dispatch. It locks your phone. You put your phone near the other phone. You swipe down on a virtual button, and it makes it so you can't do that. If one user tries to sneak out of the lock prematurely and sneakily document the sexual encounter, an alarm will sound to warn others of the potential threat of non-consensual recording. I wonder what that sounds like. There's something going off that says that you're being recorded.
I mean, if they close the app, you could just swipe up and close the app, then you're good to...
But I think the apps link to each other, so if you swipe up and close it, the other ones will sound the alarm.
Yeah,
gotcha.
This is way too much. No one's going to use this.
Just take your phone out and put it in the kitchen or something. Put it somewhere away from you.
Ask somebody if you are cool with, recording it.
Oh, man. All right, here's the news that I said was just trickling through that could be crazy, could be October surprise territory. It really could. Depends on where this goes. Early news says Officials say Chinese hackers are believed to have deeply infiltrated American communications networks and targeted data from phones used by Donald Trump and Senator JD Vance.
Ooh.
So that's kind of vague, but what we're getting from U.S. officials is that Chinese hackers are going after the American communications networks. That's not a surprise. Of course they are. So are the Russians. So are anybody else who has interests against the American public or just the American government. So the idea that they got to their phones, or they're targeting data from phones used by Donald Trump and Senator JD Vance, that part is interesting. Now, do they have their text messages? Do they have private communications? I don't know that you're going to get a lot on Trump. From what I hear, he's not a guy who uses technology that way. He's still pretty old school, and he has people post stuff for him. But JD Vance, he's a younger guy. Maybe he's sending some stuff. Maybe they got to something on his phone. Big question marks right now. Don't really know exactly what to expect from this, but that's what the early news is suggesting. Now, I want to fight about something here, all right? Because I saw this, and this has 15 million views on X/Twitter/ whatever you want to call it. Those things.
Instagram, Twitter, y'all see this?
And Sealand, I think you could be of assistance here as well. This is the tweet. It's super simple. It's a pro-Trump person. It says, "This cost me $175. I don't care if you think Trump is mean." And they post a very small grocery haul.
Back up. Hold the phone. Everything in that picture is organic. You're shopping for the most expensive things on purpose.
I still don't believe them. Okay? What do we have in this photo? If you're watching over on YouTube or Twitch, you can see this, but I want to explain it for everybody else. It's a photo of not that many groceries, and they're claiming it costs $175.
Look, yeah, of course it does.
No, I don't think it does at all. I don't think there's any shot. Unless this person is an idiot and shopping in like some store that just rips everybody off.
Let's look up the prices right now of these exact products. So we have
there's not that many.
What?
Let's start with the butter on the right side. Let's start with the butter on the right side. Kerrygold butter,
which by
pure
the way,
Irish butter.
That butter, I don't know how it's still so expensive when they just had a massive recall.
Oh, did they really?
And lawsuit, because it's not.
It's 4 sticks of Kerrygold butter. So let's see how much that costs. I would guess $10 or something.
All right. So I'm trying to see if it's the same one. Right now, I see on Instacart, $9.99 for one.
$10. So we're at $10. Now, these are good eggs.
One of those.
The eggs are the Happy Hens eggs, and they are good. They're good eggs.
Vital, but what's that? Vital what?
Vital Farms, pasture-raised organic large eggs.
Yeah, they're a dozen. So they got 2 dozen eggs and a thing of butter. That's where we're starting out here. Again, they said this is $175. No shot is this $175 at any place. I think the eggs are about $10 a piece, too.
Okay, they're $14.
Okay, $14 a piece. So let's give it that. Let's say 15. So we'll say 30, 40 for the butter and the eggs.
Here's the problem.
2 butters there.
There's 2 what?
I think there's just 1 box of however much butter.
There's one box of 4 sticks of butter is what's in the photo.
I
Is someone writing down what we have so far?
I am.
It looks like 6 pounds of organic ground beef. That might be the culprit.
And I think they're trying to trick us because they made it look like there's only 2 things of beef. How could this be so expensive? But they're stacked up. There's 6 things, 6 pounds total of organic ground beef.
What's the name of the company? You can zoom in, can't you?
Organic Rancher. Organic Rancher, 1 pound organic ground beef, 100% grass fed. So we're only at $40 so far with the butter and the eggs. If you add all of this up, I think you might get to buying the most expensive stuff at the grocery store. You might get to like $100 or something, not $175. That's just, they're lying. They're trying to make people think things are even worse than they are.
I'm not seeing this label anywhere.
I saw it yesterday. I saw the ground beef, and it's not cheap, but when you get that, so all they have together is butter, eggs, ground beef, honey, Greek yogurt, and bone broth. That's all they have in the picture, and they said it costs $175. No way is it that expensive.
Where do they live? Where did they get it? Did they have it delivered to them? All of that
doesn't say.
Should come into play.
Somebody said, I just went to Smith's grocery store, got the same exact order, and it was $41. That's too cheap because they're not seeing how much ground beef is there.
Oh, did you check the expiration dates? Because you might just have one day
it could be really on the edge. Don't try that out. But you're looking at expensive stuff, right? So it's meant to take dodo Americans and you go, man, that's just a simple meal. It's $175. This should change who I vote for. The stuff at the grocery store is expensive enough that you don't have to lie. Things are more expensive than they used to be, unless you're getting those deals. Those wild Publix deals. What'd you say that chips deal was?
Oh, the Zapp's chips right now are buy 2, get 3 free.
What the hell?
Get 5 bags of chips for the price of 2.
How about that, man? You got to get that smart right there. But this is fear-mongering. This is exaggerating an already bad problem. You don't have to make it worse. And here's what I said was going to be biblical this weekend in L.A. Check this out, all right? Saturday in Los Angeles. Here's what we're dealing with. Dodger Stadium is going to be hosting the World Series. The Lakers game will be going down at the Crypto.com Arena. The Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum will have the USC game. There's a concert at the Kia Forum. The East LA Classic is at SoFi Stadium. And there's another major concert at the Intuit Dome. That is catastrophic for LA traffic. This is going to be absolute gridlock.
We're going to walk. We're doing a lot of walking.
Yeah, you don't want to
riding.
You don't want to have to rely on being on time to anything this weekend if you're in LA. That is all at once. All World Series, Lakers game, USC game, East Coast or East LA Classic, concert, all at one time. What a nightmare. If you're over in LA listening to the show, Godspeed, be safe out there. We are going to check out some dispatches real quick. Here goes nothing. Let's go to And I Can Skywalk Her with a dispatch from thenewsjunkie.com.
Hey, junkies. Happy Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Nice.
I hope Kamala Harris wasn't at that first debate with Joe Biden and Trump, because I'm pretty sure they sprayed something in the air that turned both of them into Anyway, love you guys. Have a good weekend.
All right.
Wiggle, wiggle.
Pet theory is that they're spraying stuff in the air to make the people at the debates dumb. Over to Snafu. They're talking about the Suitcase murder case.
Hey, Junkie. Snafu out of Georgia podcast listener.
Hey.
Sorry, I'm a little bit behind. Sabrina was talking about the Suitcase murders and mentioned maybe we should put something in there so if you lock yourself in, you can get out. My feeling is that's natural selection at its best. If you're dumb enough to lock your butt in a suitcase and can't get out and die in there, I don't know. Maybe you should just be buried.
What if someone does it to you?
Yeah.
But adding these things for 1 or 2 dummies makes no sense to me.
Yeah, usually I agree. You don't have to safety-proof the world for dummies. But it's kind of insane that you could die inside a suitcase. That's a little crazy to me, that's a thing. Like, if you ended up in there, there is no way for you to wiggle your way out if somebody wanted to zip you up. That's weird, and it seems like it could be fixed for like a couple of cents.
I'm going
to put something on the back of a zipper. You're going to try to get in there?
I'm going to try to get in there. I'm going to have a note signed.
What's it going to say?
That it says, you will unzip me from this suitcase.
So,
if not, I will be right by my Alexa device, and you will see your day in court.
You know what? That's not a bad idea.
Thank you.
If you have an Alexa and you are in the suitcase all zipped up, you could say, hey, emergency.
Yeah.
Dial
Unless,
the
of course,
authorities.
She props it up and rolls it out the door, then I'll be far away from the Alexa.
Or she could do what I do when
But then I
sometimes
have
when
my
Courtney...
crappy ring cam that won't show any evidence whatsoever.
If Courtney's trying to talk to the smart speaker, I'll just blab all over it so it doesn't understand what she's saying and it can't get the message
blah,
across.
blah, 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 blah. Can't hear you, can't hear you, can't hear you.
There have been a couple moments where Nicole will talk to Alexa, and I'm like, why do you have such an attitude with my Alexa right now? Like, you can say it in a different way to turn the lights to 2%. Thank you.
Courtney hates the damn thing. They fight with it all the time. I don't know
Remember
why.
when we used to do the show from your house and Celia and I would just build up your shopping list?
Yeah.
Ridiculous things. I
Good
miss those
times.
days.
Add a bag of D's to shopping list.
Add 2 gallons of lubricant.
We have so many dispatches to get to, so let's work one more in, and then we'll do the rest of them before the end of the show. Here's Elijah.
Hey guys, so about the political text messages, I always thought they were bots texting. I never thought it was a real person sending that paragraph. So one time I got a text. It's like, hey Elijah, this is so and so with the whatever association. do you believe that returning citizens should have the right to vote? I said, I believe you can SMD, bitch.
All right.
And they responded saying, okay, I'll take you off this list. Thanks for your time.
Oh, no.
And I felt bad.
There's a real person on the other end.
Have a good day.
All right, thank you for that. We got a couple of final dispatches to work in. We'll do those. We'll do the stories that didn't make the cut. And, of course, we'll do Today I Learned. We're going to wrap everything up on a lovely Friday. Enjoy your weekend. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
Today on The Big Show, a luxury department store makes a holiday change. I'll tell you where the most OnlyFans creators are. We'll review some yacht rock with Captain Jack. Got a great cigar for Embers Only. We'll find out what's good to eat in Orlando with Primetime Kitchen and Fayez Cara. Plus another pair of Bucks Bus tickets and your calls, texts, and talkbacks.
The Jim Colbert Show, today at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast. And for the rest of today, this Friday, we'll have bright sunshine, high temperatures reaching 85 degrees. Overnight, we'll cool down to 65. There could be some areas of patchy fog. Otherwise, our Saturday featuring more sunshine and more of the same, high temperatures in the mid-80s. Looks like next week, a breeze will kick up off the Atlantic, sparking a few showers for Tuesday, Wednesday, and for Halloween. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by LifeLock.
As Cybersecurity Awareness Month wraps up, remember to update your software to fix security issues that identity thieves exploit to steal personal info. And for comprehensive identity theft protection, choose LifeLock. Start your 30-day free trial today at lifelock.com/cybersafety.
Guys, BlueChew is a unique online service. It's going to get you the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis. I'm sure you've heard of those. Maybe you've been curious. But this will be in chewable form, and it's at a fraction of the cost. This is a performance enhancer for the bedroom for everybody from 18 to 80. If you want a little extra, why wouldn't you give this a try? And right now, you could try it for free. Try BlueChew free when you use the promo code, which is TNJ at checkout. And then you pay just $5 shipping. That's BlueChew.com. Promo code is TNJ, and you're going to get your first month free at BlueChew.com.
This is trial attorney Jeff Kaufman for the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind. I get less than 30 seconds to convince you to hire my law firm, to trust me, to believe in me, to somehow convince you that my firm is going to get you the best results possible. Now, can you do that in 30 seconds? Hopefully I just did. Contact us at oneunits.com or dial 407-500-JEFF. That's 407-500-5333. Offices, Orlando.
Orlando City continues their playoff campaign on the road in North Carolina to take on Charlotte FC on November 1st at 7:30 p.m. Join us for a watch party presented by Heineken Silver at Sports and Social located off International Drive starting at 6:30, or tune in on Real Radio 104.1 and watch on any device on the Apple TV app. Don't forget to tune in an hour before the match at 6:30 to catch Kickoff -60 airing exclusively on the Lion Nation app. Vamos, Orlando.
Victim of a slip and fall? It takes one phone call to take back control of your life. Anajar and Levine will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Call me, Mark Anajar, for a free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In office, Orlando.
Cento Family Moving and Storage is Central Florida's trusted source for local and long-distance moving. From packing to delivery, Cento Moving is fully licensed and insured to provide you a seamless moving experience so you can enjoy your new home in no time. Get a quote today at CentoMoving.com. Forget the stress, move with the best. Hey, what's good, guys? This is Angel from the Monsters. You guys know I love to cook on my Big Green Egg. Why? It's impressive and everything turns out great on the Big Green Egg. If you don't have one, you got to go to Wassy's Meat Market and get a Big Green Egg. They have the lowest prices in the country. They also have all the accessories, everything that you need. They have the classroom set up so you can teach you the basic techniques on the Big Green Egg and advanced techniques on the Big Green Egg as well. When you get the Big Green Egg from Wassy's Meat Market, there's a lifetime guarantee, so check them out. It's Wassy's Meat Market. Check them on Instagram or go to their website, wassysmeatmarket.com in Melbourne on Wickham Road. It's Wassy's Meat Market.
People often ask why I continue to do what I do. For the past 8 years as sheriff, my passion for law enforcement in our community has driven me to make a positive impact. As a dedicated leader, I've introduced new technologies to improve public safety and built programs that strengthen our community ties. Being sheriff isn't just a job for me. It's about making a real difference and ensuring our efforts lead to lasting results by always going the extra mile. Paid by Mike Chitwood, Independent for Sheriff.
You may have heard Wawa has pizza. But did you know that Wawa has pizza at a really great price? Right now, get a personal 14 or 16-inch Wawa pizza for just $6, $8, or $10. Gotta have a Wawa.
Sponsored by the Nickley Group with Keller Williams Realty. Get a guaranteed cash offer on your home at thenickley.com.
Home of the world famous Game of Magnets. This is
And today I learned to wrap everything up for a Friday. And if you want to catch up with the show at any time this weekend, spend a little more time with us, you can do that. The podcast is ready for you. It's at thenewsjunkie.com. Big plans this weekend, anybody, as we stare into the abyss here?
Nothing pressing.
I got the first round, game one of the Orlando City playoffs.
Oh,
That'll
nice.
be on Sunday. And then after that, going to debut my Halloween costume for 2024 at a house party.
Is this at all controversial?
I don't believe so, but I am going to be making what is a household name, maybe we'll call into a controversial, into a different aesthetic.
Okay.
That was a good
all right.
dance.
A little
Mystery.
vague, but I see what you're going with. And that'll be on your Instagram, I believe.
Yeah, I'll put it on all the platforms, sure.
Okay. At Sabrina Amra on Instagram. You can find everybody's social media platforms on thenewsjunkie.com/share. But at Sabrina Amra is the Instagram account.
Thank you.
C-Lane is just cruising into the weekend. Nothing
And
crazy on the agenda.
happy birthday, baby boy.
Yeah, 1 year old tomorrow.
Oh, my
Damn.
goodness.
That's crazy.
Congratulations.
That is wild. Is he walking yet?
No, he's almost. He's got to get his balance going. It takes the bigger
tough.
babies. Takes the bigger babies a little longer, I think.
Is he still way
I
up
am
in the
so
99th percentile?
I think we haven't done his 12-month. We have a 12-month checkup soon.
Oh,
I am so afraid right now that I'm actually going to hit the wrong button and order all this food.
Oh, you got it all in this shopping cart?
I looked at the tweet. And I got everything. I got everything exactly the brand that this person, Isabella, says this cost me $175.
Yeah.
And I have it in Amazon to be delivered to my house from Whole Foods.
Okay.
And it comes out to $147.31.
All right. So cheaper than they're suggesting. And that's from the online delivery service. So those prices are probably more expensive.
If they did that and tipped $28, then yes, $175. That's a hefty tip.
And by the way, the biggest waste, in my estimation, you may totally disagree, is when you buy the meat that has all of the stuff on it, where the meat says organic, grass-fed, cattles are happy. Like you'll go from your ground beef being $5 or something to $20. It's crazy how much the markup is on that. And there's not a huge difference in product, I don't think.
It's $10 a pound for the organic ground beef. It's $93.7. It's grass-fed.
Yeah. I mean, I think you could get good stuff without going that far. All right, let's do the final dispatch.
These are the final dispatches.
Singular.
But Sean will probably only play one.
I'm just being honest with you about it today. I'm just being forthright. Let's see. Let's do one last one. Yeah, I cut it off quick. Here's Green Panda.
Hey, News Junkie crew. Been absent for a while, but catching up on the great content on the podcast. Thank you for all the wonderful laughs. Hey, while I was out, I was turned on to a new show I've seen on YouTube. Maybe it's not new to you guys, but it's called Pop the Balloon. And it's really awkward, like a dating game. And as soon as someone walks out, whether you like them or not, you pop the balloon, and it's funny. It's cringe TV. Anyway, love the show as always, guys. Have a great day. We'll pop up. Have a great Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
It is
See ya.
very awkward.
Thank you. I don't know that one. Pop the balloon?
Yeah, they base it off appearance, but then they go around to each of the contestants like, why did you pop your balloon?
Is this a Jubilee thing?
I'm sorry?
Jubilee is the YouTube channel that does a lot of videos like this. And it's like one woman speed dates 50 men. Ben Shapiro debates 30 progressives at one time. It's like there's tons of viral videos that they've been cranking out. I don't know.
Now this one I think is a little bit more low key, but very, very cringe. It's good cringe porn.
All right, let's get the hell out of here. The stories that did make the cut are brought to you by Cento Family Moving and Storage.
Forget the stress. Move with the best. Those guys are awesome. And if you need to move, they will take great care of your stuff, and they will do it fast, efficient. They're the best. You go to CentoMoving.com to get a quote, CENTO moving.com.
All right, thank you. Like and subscribe over there on YouTube if you're watching us. Thanks for watching all week long. It's free to subscribe. There is a legal case right now that will decide whether an elephant can sue to leave a zoo in Colorado.
I'm sorry?
5 elephants in a Colorado zoo could someday sue for their freedom if the state's Supreme Court sides with an animal rights group that declares them persons under the law. But they don't know how far this would all go. That's what's going to have to be the last word today.
Oh, what a time.
Let's get the hell out of here. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for Thursday, October 24th, 2024. Today I Learned this show. That's right. If you watch the first season of Happy Days, you'll notice the Fonz wears penny loafers and windbreakers for most of the scenes. ABC, the broadcast network, only allowed the character to wear his trademark leather jacket if he was standing next to his motorcycle because it was too controversial. Very different times. Today I learned this band. Let's see if you can get it. Yeah, you both know what it is.
Gorillas. No.
White
Lotus.
White Town.
Guys.
White Town. The lead singer of White Town is an Indian
That's
dude.
where Sean tried to move one time. He looked up houses on Zillow.
Get out of here. Jyoti Mishra is his name. Born in 1966, better known by his stage name White Town, is a British Indian singer, musician, and producer, best known for his 1997 hit song, Your Woman, which you're hearing right now. Hey, thank you so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. We're back on Monday, same time, same place. Missed any of the show? Get the podcast at thenewsjunkie.com. We'll see you on Monday, everybody.